I know I got Richard's weekend beat. As much as
I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah, I looked at JD this morning, and he was already talking to a group of people about his big weekend with Artie in Vegas. And I said, JD.
I said, dummy up. I gave him that advice.
Shut up.
He's spilling his beans.
Yeah, he's I said, no one knows what you're saying anyway. Shut up.
Well, mostly he was telling us about, like, Dan the Song Parody Man and stuff. He didn't reveal a lot about himself.
I didn't realize his hours here. We got off he was on the same flight as me yesterday. We got off the plane at like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. And he goes, I'll see you tomorrow. He's like, well, yeah, I got to go in now. He gets here at like 8 o'clock on Sundays.
Well, 8 p.m.?
Yeah.
He's got to go through a lot of TV shows.
Right.
His job is watching TV.
So he has to get here on Sundays, a Sunday night.
Wow.
Is JD a fun guy, Artie, to hang out with?
This weekend he was. This weekend he was the focal point of... I told you...
Let me ask you something. Are you... Be honest. Are you goofing on him in a sense that you're hanging out? Like, you would never normally hang out with JD because he's got that nerdy reputation.
Well,
he's not good with the ladies.
I mean, you don't like hanging around.
Yeah. I mean, you're never really going to hang out with him.
First of all, the kids I grew up with weren't all Fonzie.
Right.
And I mean, I've gotten to know him through the show. Honestly, hanging out, having a beer with JD is fun.
But
I
wasn't
enjoy
a goof
company.
In a sense that you...
Well, it started out on the show as like, okay, we're the only two single guys, and
aren't you goofing?
He's not the best wingman.
and aren't you goofing in a sense because, like, here you are, I don't know what happened, but you were saying you were trying to find him a weekend girlfriend.
Like you already have it set up so it looked like the girl was into him?
Well, there's a lot of guys, they look pre-show business. I needed that type of big brother.
Helping hand.
I mean, it's like, yeah, I told them this weekend you're with Uncle Artie the entire time.
Is it like getting Pee Wee Herman laid or something?
I hope it's easier to get Pee Wee Herman laid at this point.
So JD, let me hop over to you. Your wild weekend with Artie. Are you, first of all, you're glad you went?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
It's a great time.
And you don't mind if he's goofing on you.
And I understand that John the Stutterer joined you as well. Is that true?
Yeah, that's a whole other story. I mean, I don't think my powers worked as well with him. But you see, here's what happened. The whole thing got delayed. Like, him and my assistant Teddy flew out Thursday, which I was supposed to do. But a monkey wrench was thrown into that because Rescue Me wrote me into their last episode, which was fantastic, but I didn't realize that was going to happen. So Wednesday after the show, I worked there till like almost midnight. Thursday after the show, I worked there till midnight. We were up in the Bronx.
Why are you allowing that, honestly?
Because I love the show, and I want to be part of it.
I know you love the show, but working toward midnight, you have to say, look, I can do this. They have a way of fixing their schedule. I can only stay up till 8 o'clock.
Well, that was the only way I couldn't miss this show.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, they were already doing me a huge favor by not letting me miss the show.
See.
So...
thanks for the favor, Rescue Me.
Well, the deal I made them, I said, let me know. But the last time I took off, I was able to give Gary at least a week. This time they gave me like 2 days. I said, that's not,
Right, not acceptable.
Yeah, so I had to shoot till 11 o'clock in the Bronx. I mean, I was the last shot of their entire season. So talk about an antsy crew. It was weird. Like, I'm there, and they're all, it's like the last day of school for them. And when they yelled a rap, like champagne went off. And, of course, I had to stay to have some scotch with the Teamsters. Okay. So I didn't get home till like 1 o'clock. So I couldn't leave until Friday. So now, by the time I'm at Rescue Me, I'm calling them. Teddy's there. I'm so fucking jealous of them.
You want to be in Vegas.
Yeah, right. So...
So you didn't fly with J.D. and John the Stutterer?
No. John the Stutterer had his own situation. So...
What do you mean he had his own situation?
We couldn't get it. He happened so late in the game, we couldn't get him a flight till Saturday. So he had to come Saturday.
Oh, you're kidding.
Oh, yeah, what a shame.
But he made it in time to have dinner, and I'll get to John. There's so many things to talk about.
Well, J.D., I'm not hearing anything from you. So you went to
talking.
Well, I want to explain this. So he's already there doing God knows what, and I don't know a lot about that, so you're going to have to go over that.
No,
I get on a plane at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock Friday.
Okay.
We're just about to take off. And the nightmarish thing happens. The fucking captain gets... Now, I'm supposed to land 7 p.m. Friday night in Vegas.
I fucking hate these.
Vegas time. So I'm ready to roll Friday night, you know?
Remember when airlines used to thank you for using their service?
We're about to take off, and the captain goes, listen, I have unfortunate news.
Oh, no.
There's a huge storm in the Midwest. We can't leave till it blows over here. We have to sit here. We sat there for 5 hours.
5 hours on the plane?
Yeah. So now there's a new rule where you can sue them for unlawful imprisonment. So they had to bring up a big stairway to the side of the plane.
You could sue them for unlawful imprisonment because they hold you on the plane.
Yeah. That's a new law. So they bring up a huge stairway to the fucking plane, and one woman said, "Yeah, I got to get out of here," and she left. We became like a traveling shitty high school party. The captain said, we're going to pull over to get more ice and beer. So 5 hours on the fucking tarmac. God. Then we have to take, because of the storm, a diverted route. Normally, to get to Vegas takes about 4 hours, 40 minutes from here. It took us 6 hours because we had to go up to, like, Vancouver and down. I don't know. So I don't get to Vegas till after 1 o'clock in the morning.
When your show was Saturday?
Yes, thank God. So that
do you sleep on the plane?
No, I can't.
You know what? That's all that goes through my mind as you tell me this exhausting schedule, because all I worry about is sleep all the time, because I get sick when I don't sleep.
Right.
And so I'm like sleep obsessed. I need 6 or 7 hours.
Yeah.
At least.
Well, I do too, but, you know... Again, I landed in Vegas at 1 a.m., and I was so out of it. J.D. and Ted and Jeff Beecher, who runs the show, met me there. And I was like, thanks, guys. Something about Vegas. You get there, all of a sudden, there's something in the air, man. I get in the airport, and I'm like, I don't know. I think I can roll for a few hours. So,
he needs sleep everywhere but Vegas.
Right.
So they all came up to my room to sort of... help me check in. They gave me a really nice suite and everything. And I said, they were going to a strip club. So they were going to Scores, actually. So I said, guys, just go. I got to try to get at least some fucking sleep. And this was good. I managed my whore time perfectly. I called up this chick who I saw the last weekend I was there. And I said, please tell me, like, you're in Vegas. Because I like her. You know? So, I mentioned this on stage, too. I was delusional that maybe me and this would have been the third time we hooked up. I was like, maybe I think this chick has sort of like an emotional attraction to me because we talk on the phone. And
now, is this a whore or
it's a hooker? But not, well, she was the first weekend. The second weekend, she didn't charge me.
Wow.
The Super Bowl weekend.
That was the weekend she woke you up and blew you, right?
Yeah, that was that weekend. That was a great weekend.
That's real love. If a hooker doesn't charge you.
So this was like, so she doesn't charge me the last time. I think, I don't know.
When you say she doesn't charge you, was it a visit to your room, or did you take her to dinner?
No, full visit to the room.
Right. But did you take her to dinner first?
No. The Super Bowl weekend, she just came right to my room.
And she said to you, Artie, I'm not charging you.
It wasn't like that blunt, but she was like, she just came up and she just never, we rolled around and she just never charged me.
Wow.
So, and she also has a kid. It's like a long story.
But you were generous.
Yeah,
you mean you paid her whatever you thought?
No, we went and had a nice, dinner and everything like that.
You did?
The same thing you do with a regular broad.
Okay. Wow, look at you, Casanova.
It was a late night thing, but, and that was at the Luxor, like one of those huge MGM Grahams.
Can't believe the whore didn't charge you.
So listen to what happens. So I think, again, I don't know, maybe this chick really likes me, which is, I knew a kid who actually did that once. He banged a whore so good that she, like, converted.
Converted to what?
A regular person. She went back to human.
Could you marry a whore? Like, could you be in a relationship with a whore? I don't think
so.
Yeah.
I don't think I could marry one.
You lived with one.
What, for like a week, 2 weeks.
And now it's 2 weeks.
She needed a place to stay in
Like
LA.
that kid from the Wonder Years, who was in here with Scott Baio?
Yeah.
Jason Hervey, who said he married a porno star. And, we were looking at some of her... graphic titles, like
hardcore.
Anal Girls or whatever the hell. I don't know what the titles were, but one of them involved anal. And he was wincing the whole time. But I'm like, you know what, dude?
You married her.
Well, he won't call her a whore. Porn people are very delicious. They're not whores.
I know he's not calling her a whore, but...
She's a porn
But there's a difference, I guess.
I would have a trouble with a porno star because I'd be embarrassed.
I don't think I could ever marry.
Okay, go ahead.
So
Is she good looking? I bet you this whore is good looking.
Oh, she's very, very hot.
What does she cost if she charges
She's the one I told you looks like she looks like a mini little Jenny McCarthy.
Wow.
No, Nicole Eggert she looks like.
Oh.
Yeah, well, Jenny and Nicole. I say more like Nicole Eggert she looks like.
What does she charge when she's in full charge mode? Could she get a couple of grand?
The first time I saw her, I gave her $3,000 for the weekend.
Right. Oh, wow.
So anyway, so I'm thinking she's got like some sort of emotional attachment to me, right? Like, I was like, you can't make it. How's your kid? Everything like that. She goes, yeah, I'm sorry, I can't get in there. And then she goes, but I have a friend who will fuck you.
So she doesn't care about you.
She goes, I have a friend who will fuck you?
And I'm like, oh, God, I thought we had something. I guess not.
No referral service?
I said, really? She goes, yeah, I told my friend about you.
She's there waiting for you.
And I said, yeah. I go, is the friend good? I go, yeah, she's very good looking. You like her. She's a lot of fun. And she gave me her name. I'm not going to say the name she went by because
who knows?
It becomes a little significant later on.
My legs aren't open right now, but the whore down the block is.
So I said, when can she be here? And she said, well, when do you want her there? And I said, well, I got to sleep. Can she get here tomorrow, like noon? And she's like, yeah. So
There's a close sign on my pussy, but my friend is open.
Right. So I go to sleep. And the next day, I wake up with a call from this broad, and she came over to my room. Now, she was brunette. She had, like, those Bo Derek type...
braids?
Yeah, which I thought was kind of hot and, big fake tits.
Really?
And,
Bo Derek, no, brunette. Bo Derek braids?
Like, in 10.
But
that's so retro.
Yeah, I mean, that's real old school.
I don't know. I didn't get into the, fashion of it. I didn't start, whole head. I didn't get like with that dude who just starts wrecking people's wardrobes. Oh, you're awful. What are you doing?
Wait a second. The whole head was braided?
Like.
Or just a few little braids?
No, like around, almost like the Cleopatra
with beads in it and all that shit?
Yeah.
And did she have the fake contact lenses changing her eye color? What were you doing?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you the color of her eyes.
Black chicks do the braid thing. I'm surprised it's a white chick?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know. She could have had some non-whiteness in her.
Right.
She had a little tan, but I don't know. I thought she was good looking, and she had, a nice ass and the big tits and everything.
It's awful funny to me. So this one girl and you want to call her. She's not available. You're okay just,
Well, I don't want to go looking.
Who cares?
I don't want to go asking. Then I have to ask people, you know what I mean? Or just take my chances of trying to. I was in Vegas. I wanted to fucking get laid.
Okay.
Because again, I don't know. I was like extra horny and stuff. And so she was like, this girl will come by. So I was like, fuck it. I'll take a referral. This is what happened.
There was nothing sad in this for you? I mean, I don't mean to get all homo on you.
It was all happiness, man.
Really? Like, oh, wow, I'm fucking some chick for money and stuff, and I could do better than this.
I've done it before. We've had this discussion.
I know. I'm just thinking maybe it changed you a little.
Huh?
How much does this one cost?
She wanted $1,000. But I was all right.
You think she gives that first whore a commission? Like, does she, hey...
Yeah, you get 10% for referrals?
That guy was a referral.
It's not my
You don't
business.
know. $1,000, huh?
It's none of my business.
But she's super hot, like a real hot chick.
Well, she's like at least an 8.5, I'd say. Like a body, like a real... You know what she had? Again, she had the fake tits, which were nice. And she had a really, really flat, tan belly. You know what I mean? Like, really, So, she
That's
gets
hot.
there, and I don't know, like, I fixed her a drink. I had a full bar, and she had some vodka, and they gave me this little thing of Absolute vodka, which was very nice, And so we sort of start going at it. She wanted the money first, and I gave her the money. And, we started going at it, and I
She wanted the money up front.
Yeah, well, they do that a lot.
They do?
Yeah, absolutely.
So then she's really pleasing you, right?
Well,
accommodating?
Wait a second. I gotta back up here. So you give her the money up front.
Right.
Give her $1,000 cash.
Yeah.
And then she goes, okay, time for business. And then you start drinking.
No, she doesn't go time for business.
No, but you know what I mean. You start drinking, and then, does she do, like, a little strip tease? Or? Yeah,
she starts giving me a lap dance. That's a good way to start, because you call it a lap dance.
Right.
And there's something to actually physically do. And then she gets, she takes her top off. And, it doesn't take long from there. I mean, because it's like a lap dance where you can do whatever you want.
Do you ever get, like, self-deprecating and you go, oh, do you think I'm gross? Or do you, like...
I don't ever say the word gross.
Yeah.
Do you tell them to say certain things to you? Do you want a certain scenario?
No, I think that's so creepy.
Right.
You know...
you just want to get laid.
I know some comics who go to whores a lot. Actually, quite a few comedians do. And they have a whole, like, script. They have their hooker script. Like, you know, I want you to be my third-grade teacher, Mrs. Johnson. And, you know, I just got in trouble for throwing a spitball, and you're going to, you know.
That's weird.
And that's crazy.
She had a very hookery name, too.
Like Firestorm or...
You know, and a hookery name.
Right.
So, we have, you know, sex, and...
She blow you first?
No. And I don't know. She was hot and everything, but there was something, I don't know. I just wasn't as into this chick as I have been.
Well, that's what I was wondering. I mean, could you really have the same good time that you were thinking of having?
It was a little weird. I don't know. It was, I don't know.
I know what you mean. Like,
I think I had to sleep till 7 p.m. is what I should have done. But.
In other words, you wouldn't call her again.
Yeah. Now, meanwhile, you know, I had friends coming in from Jersey. Everybody was down at the pool while all this was going on. They had a big cabana. You know, that Hard Rock pool is the most insane scene ever. And they're all down there having a good time. Teddy thought I was dead. Oh. He kept calling the room. He
even went up to the room and knocked on the door.
Why is he calling the room? You fucking haven't slept in 2 days. Tell Teddy to calm the fuck down.
I know. The knocking at the door was really annoying. But it was a big enough suite to where I was in the other room. And then finally, like after we banged once, we just sort of lay there and I just went to sleep.
And did she leave?
No, she sleeps there.
She rolled him.
So at 7 o'clock...
She fell asleep, too.
Yeah, we both sleeping in the bed, which was all right. You know,
creepy.
I sort of miss having a chick to sleep. It's nice having a nice, soft woman to, like, lay there with.
And you don't mind it's a total stranger.
No. I mean, it's a little like...
to rub a hole.
It's a little like falling asleep with Beetlejuice in the room. If Beetlejuice had really nice fake tits. Right. So finally, the phone keeps ringing at 7 o'clock. Or a little before 7, I answer, and it's Teddy, and he's, like, right outside my door, and Teddy's like, he goes, oh, I thought this was the trip. Thank God you're up. I'm like, what do you mean I thought this was the trip? He goes, I thought this was the trip where, you know, you were going to be dead. And I'm like, you know, what are you preparing, your CNN speech, you know, you little jerk off?
He wants to be the one who finds you. He's not letting you sleep.
I could see him like, I tried everything with that man.
I used CPR.
I tried to get him into counseling. So,
he's waking you up every minute.
Right. Well, I mean, look, I told him if I wasn't by the pool at 7 o'clock, I had Nobu reservations. Now I have to host like 8 fucking people because then John the Stutterer's coming in. So anyway, I get up and I finally have to start getting motivated, and I try to give the old heave-ho to
El Horo.
Yeah, Bo Derek. And
now Bo Derek seems to be entrenched, huh?
Well, she gets him on the cell phone, and now she starts making all these crazy mystery hooker calls, I call them. She's talking to this guy, talking to some other guy, you know. She kept saying the same name, a guy's name.
So Hoderick is...
Hoderick.
Whatever.
So...
hanging out.
And then she had Coke. They all have Coke.
Oh.
And... you know, and I keep saying, I said, listen, I can't do any cocaine. She's like, come on. She started getting really annoying. She woke up, the second she woke up, she fixed a drink. And I'm like, you know what, I think you have more problems than I do.
Why do you think she wants you to do coke with her? Does she want to roll you for more money? Or
I don't know. Well, that would mean we'd go probably the whole weekend.
Right. She'd get 1,000 again.
So she goes and she goes in the other bathroom. There's another bathroom in the other side of the suite. And she keeps doing coke. I'm like, you don't have to excuse yourself in the bathroom. I'm like, I'm the only one here.
Yeah, it's not a club.
I'm clearly fine with it.
It's Artie's room.
So the entire 1,000 she made off you probably goes right up her nose anyway.
Well, that's probably the sad truth, Howard. Yeah.
Right, that's how they keep in the business.
So So she's being really annoying. She's like, no, I want to come. Where are you having dinner? I'm like, I don't know. I got to have dinner with friends. She's like, well, are you having dinner in the hotel? I'm like, no, I'm not. She goes, yes, you are. I'm like, no, I'm not. What do you give a shit? You know, so
you're a whore.
And so now I'm sort of like, you know that thing that you paid them to leave?
Right.
I'm like, I paid you leave.
Already.
Did you just say that?
There was too much time in between the money transaction. No, we start getting into a crazy, stupid, retarded argument.
Oh, you're arguing with a hooker?
Yeah, now I'm arguing with her. As if we're dating.
This is a Pretty Woman.
But this is what she says. She goes, my friend, she shouldn't even know who I am. She goes, my friend told me you were famous. I'm going to call the National Enquirer.
Oh, stop it, Artie.
And I go, honey, let me tell you something, first of all. But then she got a good one on me. I go, you're not sleeping with George Clooney. She goes, I know. And she rolled her eyes. And,
this is a whore from hell.
And I went...
What, Artie, was she kidding around when she said she's calling the National Enquirer?
No, she was absolutely serious. Like, coked out, crazy hooker
You mean
theory.
she was saying, if you don't take me to...
She was doing hooker logic. She wanted to hang. I guess you know.
Probably the girlfriend you had called told her he likes to hang out. He'll keep you for the weekend.
Right. Well, yeah.
She was blackmailing you.
Well, listen, so she says to me...
what a cunt.
She says to me... I want to hang out with you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, when she said the National Enquirer thing, I mean, it was almost funny. And I said, look.
Here, I'll give you the number.
If you called up the National Enquirer.
I'd like to see you get me in there.
If you called up the National Enquirer and say, I just fucked Artie Lang, they're going to go, first of all, unless you said Jessica Lang, we're hanging up.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they're not looking for you.
So I make that, joke that I thought was kind of funny. And then she went, who's Jessica Lang? And I'm like, I don't want to explain the joke to you. Wow,
I can't believe, she said to you, hey, I want to hang with you, and if you don't hang with me, I'm calling the National Enquirer?
Yeah, so now I said...
What the fuck?
So I said, listen, you just have to get out of... I have to go work. I have to do shit. So she's like, what do you do? I'm not even telling her I'm doing a show in the fucking... I'm not telling her I'm doing a show, you know? But first of all, she was so blind. My picture was up every 2 feet. You know, if she just had any common sense, you could see I was working there.
But that was your skinny picture.
So finally I said, listen, actually...
She didn't recognize you.
Maybe she didn't recognize you.
She's not, she's not a whore who's a detective.
And I don't know...
a whore detective.
I don't know if the other one might have told her my full name, but anyway... I said, look, just take another couple $100 and get the fuck out of here. Go play. I said, what do you like to play? She goes, I play craps. I said, go play craps. And just get the fuck out of here. So we're yelling.
You said, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, yelling. I'm yelling at her. So she takes it, and she takes the money. I think I gave her $300. And she goes out the door, just slams the door. So now, I went over to, I called Teddy, who's down in Nobu with him.
With JD.
7 other people. I still got a shower. I go, listen, I'm running late. I said, you got to help me. I said, this fucking hooker, I don't know where the fuck she's going to go. I explained what she looks like, and Teddy's like, all right, what do I do? I go, just don't let her into Nobu. I told her she had the braids and everything. I was like, she's running around crazy, like crazy hooker. So I guess Teddy enlisted, what did he say? He enlisted you to help? Because when I shower, I run down, and then I see Teddy and JD outside.
He just told me the story, and we just had to keep a lookout for you.
So they're looking for Artie's girl.
That's good, because I had a feeling like JD's so out of it in Vegas and not, feeling like an outcast. It gave him something to do.
Well, he
was on a mission. He's on a secret spy mission.
He was on a mission.
I'm on a secret spy mission.
So important.
I
feel like I got something to do. I'm going to look out for Artie's whore.
So here's where
help out my friend Artie.
Here's where the weekend.
And what would JD say?
Here's where the weekend gets great.
But wait, what would JD say to the whore?
I don't know.
If he did encounter her.
Well, he was just...
You can't kind of know, bro.
Well, he was Teddy's right-hand man,
Oh, okay.
So I get down there, and Teddy's doing his job. He's guarding Nobu, I get there, and all my other guests are sort of there. I had neighbors coming, and so John the Stutterer was landing and on his way, we heard. And
he, of course, had no problem with his flight.
Well, yeah, he was fine. He got right in. So we go to Nobu. Now we're in Nobu. The beautiful big table they got us. Richie sent over beautiful desserts at the end, some free booze. And we all order food. Now, the merriment starts. I shower, and I'm starting all right, everything's all right. I have a drink. So now I know that my guy had hooked JD up. But I didn't know, hookers have their own schedule. You don't know when they're going to show up. Right. So we're all my guy said, she told him, just pointed JD out. She knows what he looks like. At some point, she'll just come up to JD. So we're all ordering. And,
So in other words, not till Artie gets there is there action, right?
No, I had action before.
Yeah, see, this is the part I don't know, because I want to hear this.
Well, I don't can't really talk about it a lot, but...
All right, whatever. I just want to know what happened. So I'll just tell you what I know, because I got there late. So we're all sitting around, and this is even blindsiding to me. I'm having a drink, and this fucking really hot, blonde with big tits and like a sundress walks up to the table. She walks, I'm like, hey, how you doing? And again, there's people there. There's like a couple that I sort of know from my building.
Oh, God, help me.
Who are like, they're civilians, And then there's, Teddy. There's the three others, Pete Dominic, Joey Matarese, the other two comedians who I'm working with. Stanhope came too, which is another story. Stanhope's the best. He couldn't make it down there, though. Stanhope came with a bald girlfriend.
Yeah.
That's a whole other fucking story.
What's her name? Squeaky?
No, not Squeaky. Bingo. Bingo's a sweetheart. I got to love Bingo.
I like Bingo.
So it's a table at Nobu, and everybody's they're all going to the show later, so they're all looking at our table and everything. This blonde walks right by everybody, goes right up to J.D. as he's ordering something.
And how did you make that happen? In other words, they gave her a picture of J.D.?
All I did was a friend of mine who set this up listens to the show, and he heard about this, and he set this up without any of my knowledge.
Okay, go ahead.
And he just told me everything's fine with J.D. It's all taken care of.
And you're talking about a knockout.
So, like I said, a Vegas A to Cincinnati 11. I'll get J.D.'s opinion because I think he knows her a little better than I do. But so she walked over and, like, really nice breasts, tan, blonde, a little bit older, but not much old, maybe in the mid-30s range. Okay. I don't know. But really, like, hot body, nice legs.
What'd she look like?
I'm going to say she looked a little bit, she reminded me a little bit of Nicole Brown Simpson, like the blonde that O.J., in that vein.
All right.
The blonde that O.J. beheaded. So,
except this one had a head, right?
Yeah, this one had a head now.
Yeah, too bad.
So she walks over and just like, she was good, man, just focused on J.D. with laser beams. And so my buddy's like kicking me, going, what is he doing? Just tell her to walk away. They're having a conversation. What is he, a homo?
But it's exciting for him to actually talk to a human being. I'm
like, no. So JD's sort of like, he goes, well, I'm at Artie's dinner here in Nobu. I don't want to be disrespectful. Now he's taking her phone number. I see JD getting her number. And I'm like, you're not being disrespectful to me. What am I didn't come here to have sushi with you. I don't give a shit. So after all that, the chick wouldn't stop. So she just, it's so like everybody's just looking at it.
I know.
Everybody in the restaurant, we're in the corner.
Oh, my
God. And then, they probably heard the show, what I'm trying to do. This chick just gets up. Her and J.D. just walk away. They were gone. I want to be kind. They were gone for about 18 minutes.
Does J.D. realize that?
18 minutes?
Does J.D. realize at this point that this is his fault?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I mean, everybody did.
Right.
Everybody did.
So what happened? Where'd you go?
But we became so immature. After they leave, like, me and my friends were high-five. We were 12th grade idiots. And, we were just laughing. It was funny.
Way to pick up a girl, J.D.
So,
she picked me up. She didn't say a word to anyone else in the room. She went right to him and was talking to him. Wow. And she did her job. Yeah. And then they left, so they leave. And then, so I don't know what happened. 18 minutes and you're back at the table?
Because I wouldn't even let him.
Why don't you have some fun with him? What happened?
It was probably a half an hour. He claims it was a half an hour.
I just didn't know. It was so weird. Like, I didn't want to interrupt the dinner, and I didn't want to, be like...
dinner?
I didn't want to be like the douche that left the dinner to... I don't know. It was
you are
weird.
A douche, but that's not the reason.
No, you're not the douche that left the dinner.
You didn't want to be the douche who left the dinner. The chick was there. Who cares about dinner?
Dinner didn't even come yet. We just had drinks. We were ordering.
JD's like, oh, great. I'm here a whole time. I finally get dinner, and then my hooker shows up.
And I don't know how to order. Like, I didn't take you there to buy you Nobu.
No, I just
I could do that here.
You want the dinner, I guess.
I'm just trying to be...
No, he was trying to be. He was trying to be
other people.
Artie needs me.
So go ahead. So I didn't even let him give me the full details because I want to know now. What happened?
Give us your wild time. What happened?
Well, it was short. I'm not...
Were you way attracted to this chick?
Oh, so hot.
She was hot, right?
She was hot. The one thing I did notice, like... In between,
she was hotter than the chick I banged.
In her cleavage... She had a tattoo of a $sign, like right in between her boobs.
True love.
In case you forget for a second that she's a whore.
Was her ass just like a credit card machine?
You slide the card.
It had a slot.
But so we left the restaurant and we're walking through and we get on the elevator and I just feel like I was like, I don't know what the hell's going on. These other guys getting on the elevator, I know they know that I'm with a hooker or whatever. I just got that vibe. Like,
you know why they know? Because they're going to be with a hooker later.
It's hard to believe that you would be with a hooker.
It's hard to believe I would be with this hot chick. So.
I know that, Root. She was. I mean, it did look like. I mean, JD's, he's a nerdy guy. She was like. I mean, she's like a hot blonde.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like a total a beam of guy walking with a whore. So
every security guy looks at you.
Yeah, it could have been your sister. People don't know.
So who was these guys were just people who were staying at the hotel.
We were just getting. We were just on the elevator and it stopped and.
You go up to your luxurious Hard Rock suite paid for.
Yes, we go in, and she started taking her clothes off. And
did she say anything to you?
Yeah.
Like, what'd you talk about in the elevator?
Did she say anything to you? Like, God, do I love crystal meth so much?
No. Actually, I was trying to get her to, just come out with, the real deal. Like, I knew she wasn't, that big of a fan or anything.
Fan? You didn't even know she found out who me and you were.
I know, exactly. So,
what is he talking about?
What do you mean you're trying to find out what the real deal is?
No, I just don't like fake situations or whatever.
It's all based on that.
Let the kid talk.
I know, but that's just...
Now he's annoying me. I didn't know about this.
But no, it wasn't... I mean, it was fine. I kept up with it.
What did you want her to say?
Yeah, what did you talk to her about? What did you say to her to get
I found out where she was from and stuff, and whatever.
I've had those conversations.
What you wanted, you wanted to have some...
a real conversation, nothing based in, fake bullshit.
Right.
Whatever.
So what happened? So what was the conversation?
She wasn't into conversing with you?
Was she like, I know you must be... I'm not sure. Are you in that movie Napoleon Dynamite?
Yeah. This whole thing went so fast. I don't...
So what minute of the 18 minutes are we into? 9 minutes so far? Or is it 2 minutes?
I'm busting his balls. Some people claimed it was 14, 15 minutes. It might have been a half an hour.
So you don't like fake bullshit. In other words, you wanted to get some reality out. So you said, where are you from?
Yeah, whatever.
What's your real name? Whatever.
No, I didn't get that far.
Tell me what you asked her. I'm curious.
I just where she was from and
you
know,
didn't
if she lived here or whatnot.
No. If what?
If she lived in the area and stuff. And
you live around here?
Yeah, and what did she say? Did she
have an iPhone?
Yeah, she said she works around the strip.
Well, she's
funny. So.
But you didn't say, hey, my name is J.D., what's your name?
No, she knew who I was when she walked. Well, she quote-unquote knew who I was.
She had your dossier from her.
Did you tell her how good you are with the TiVo? Did you brag a little to let her know?
I didn't get into all that.
All right.
Did you mention the show?
Yeah, I know. She knew about it.
Right.
So we went up to the room, and, I mean, she as soon as we got up to the room, she started taking her clothes off and just, talking.
And you came when she took her clothes off?
God, what did her body look like? She was in a sundress with the... Yeah, she was hot.
Yeah.
She was hot.
Yeah.
It was perfect?
But she was talking dirty,
perfect
JD?
enough, yeah.
She was talking dirty?
Yes.
What'd she say?
Just she would, just talk dirty, I'll take my tits and rub it on your cock. Something like that.
Boy, you didn't get that, Artie.
Well, I mean, I sort of did, but the chick I was with was good looking, but this chick was way hotter than my brother.
So did she rub her tits on your dick?
Yeah, she did.
Do you take your own clothes off, or did she undress you?
I think I took mine off.
Right.
And and she said, she goes, yeah, you have a really nice dick, and I didn't have to say that.
I'm on the clock.
No, she did. It was an extra 600.
I was like, geez, thanks.
So she found something nice that she liked, your dick.
Yeah. So, she...
So it's not my dick.
Did you even bring rubbers? Did you have rubbers?
She had. She took one right out.
Oh, okay, good. Well,
she blew me with the condom on.
How does that feel?
Felt good enough.
Right.
I've had that. It's all right. I mean, if the chick's hot enough that chick, and you saw her tits while she was blowing, you're like, oh, that's nice.
Had you beaten off a whole bunch of times before she showed up?
No. I was actually at the pool cabana all freaking day.
No, but I mean, drinking. You probably beat off the night before Artie showed up.
No, because that was... We went out to Scores, and I ended up passing out. So.
Yeah, I saw pictures you at Scores, drunk and in a corner.
See, I heard that. That was the first. So the chick blew you. She gave you a nice blow.
Yeah.
Did you come from that, or did you
No. I said, I really want to fuck you, and so
nice.
I'm laying there, and she gets on top, and
nice.
starts going at it, and... I had to stop her for a second because I was about to come, and then I was just...
Why stop her?
That's why the rubber's on.
Well, I know, but I wanted it to last longer.
I want to take my rub off. I want to give you a baby.
So she blew you a little bit, and then she got out, she rode you.
Yeah.
Thank you. She was worth it.
And I was just like, I had to go, so I just fucking went for it and came and
went for it.
That was that.
I'm going to go ahead and go for it.
Did you apologize afterwards and say to her, I'm sorry I didn't make you come?
No.
No, you didn't care?
No.
Did she go, hey, quick straw, what's the deal here?
I'm sorry your life is in shambles, ma'am.
So what happened? Did she just throw her clothes on and leave?
No, she actually went to the bathroom. She like did the whole like washcloth and wiped me off a little bit.
Oh, she cleaned you up.
Yeah. And,
wow. Nice chick.
And she cleaned herself off.
And then she left.
We both got dressed and went back down.
See, now I am
Did you take her down to Nobu?
No,
she left.
No, she...
Boy, you couldn't get rid of yours.
I know, dude, that's what I was worried about.
You have better whore etiquette. I know, but this chick was a pro. He got a pro, man, because she just, did her deal. And now I'm jealous that she rode you, because I'd love to see that body. She had such a nice body with...
Is there any shot that she would have stayed and done you again, or
I don't know.
You didn't want to be.
I just was confused about the whole situation.
It sounded like that's what she had was contracted for, and J.D. didn't know how to extend the contract.
Yeah,
you're like a nerdy Charlie Sheen.
Well, we could have. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the problem was, see, I didn't get there on time. We had, then it became real hectic. Yeah. Now we're on the time constraint. So he came back, and it was so funny. When he came back, everybody was laughing. He had to walk back to the table.
Big cum stain on his pants.
What kind of look did he have on his face?
I'm still coming a little bit.
No, but, dude, that's even better than I thought it would have been. That's fantastic.
Anybody have a napkin? I got to dab myself down.
I still have a drip edge.
Good for you.
Leaking. Thank you.
You got a little bit of a blowy and nice, very nice.
That was it? That was your whole interaction with women for the whole weekend?
No, I saw someone that I had talked to previously.
Who's this?
Just a girl that emailed me and...
Well, what are you talking about? Where did you see a girl? You had a girl talking to you? What, was on a horse?
He said he had something set up.
Just like with someone that lives out on the West Coast, but...
Is she a whore?
No, but...
Porno star?
No.
What does she do? Strip?
No. See, honestly, I don't even know what she does, but she just...
Way to go.
She has other people involved with her life. I can't really talk about that all that much.
Her parole officer?
Oh, she's a married woman?
Not married.
Oh, she got a boyfriend.
Yeah.
So you met some...
Yeah.
So you have a complicated situation.
Yeah.
You're in love with a married woman.
No. This was just like a one-time thing, and it was fine. And if I'm ever out there again...
What do you mean? You called her up? Was this before Artie got there?
No, yeah, this is before Artie
so what happened? You were there Thursday night and basically almost all of Friday night without me.
It happened like Friday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
She couldn't help herself? She needed to bang you even though she has a boyfriend?
Yeah.
You're her go-to stud. So wait a second. Where'd you meet this chick?
She actually emailed me because, like, my email's on the website, and she got... because she heard I was coming out to Vegas or whatever.
And she emailed you and said, hey, if you want to hook up?
Yeah, I mean, she emailed me pictures and stuff.
You had never had contact with her before, and she heard you were going to Vegas, and she emailed you?
Yeah, and then she had a MySpace, and I saw
like everybody.
So. And you liked the way she looked?
Yes.
You got photos? I want to see the pictures.
I'll show you later.
You don't have a picture of the hooker, do you?
No.
Yeah, I guess you wouldn't allow that.
Take some pictures.
She probably wouldn't.
Get your phone out.
I guess you wouldn't allow that. But anyway, so then the weekend just got
fantastic. It'd be funny if you go to JD's house and like he has his arm around some chick. Who's that? Oh, that's my hooker from Vegas. Yeah. That'd be cool. Like you have like a family photo album.
I have pictures of a couple of whores I've been with.
Since you've been home, have you beaten off to the hooker like in your head?
I was home for like a couple hours yesterday. And
do you think about her a lot though?
No, not really. Like if I'm out in Vegas, I wouldn't mind seeing her again, but...
What do you think she cost? I wonder what the deal was.
I don't know. I don't even want to...
Guy never told me. Guy never told me. I don't know. The guy wouldn't accept anything from me. So I don't know what anything was, but...
So you got laid before this chick showed up?
Yes.
So when was that? Thursday night or Friday?
Friday.
Nice. So she shows up, and what happens?
We just, hung out for...
Where did you see her? Where did she come by the pool?
No. She came by the hotel.
Yeah.
And
came right up to your room?
No, we hung out downstairs for a little bit.
Where?
You take her and get something to eat
at the bar. At the bar.
You hung out at the bar with her?
Yeah. And
that was the first time you talked to her, or you talked to her on the phone before that?
We had talked on the phone a little bit.
What are you wearing? What do you wear when you show up?
Aren't you in the same clothes?
My board shorts.
Not from yesterday. I might have been wearing shorts. I was probably wearing shorts.
Shorts?
It's like a T-shirt.
I mean, it looks a lot like that.
So, like, she shows up and she's like, hey, I like the way you look, J.D.
And we were talking, and we headed up. And
you said, hey, let's go up to my room? Or she said it?
Well, it was more of like a mutual thing or whatever. We're just
so this was you knew this was a sure thing?
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
She flew to Vegas or she lives in Vegas?
She sort of drove. She drove.
She drove?
Yes.
From where? L.A.?
Somewhere on the West Coast.
Okay.
You had a 2-girl Vegas weekend.
Wow.
Yes.
Sweet.
So she drove all the way so she could bang you?
Yeah.
And so after how many drinks do you go up to the room?
Just a couple. It wasn't long.
And then she said, hey, I want to go up to the room. Let's hang out upstairs.
Yeah.
This is Thursday night?
Wow.
No, Friday.
And you go upstairs. Is she what number is she? An 8, a 7? What is she?
8 at least.
Really?
Is she hotter than the one from Nobu?
She's natural, so I would say
so no.
Yes. No, I would say
she's that hot.
I mean, I like the way she looks, so
So anyway, you go up to the room. What happens there?
And we just, we started making out, and one thing led to another.
You brushed your teeth, or you forgot about it?
Yes, I brushed my teeth, Howard.
You look very clean, very George Hamilton-ish.
Put that film off those teeth.
Can you imagine somebody driving somewhere to
bang JD?
It was like salmon going upstream.
Thanks, Robin. Thank you.
Is she like a huge super fan? Did you have to talk about the show?
She is a super fan.
Right. She's got to call in.
Oh, my goodness. Well, disguise her voice.
Did you use a rubber on this chick?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. You brought it or she had it?
I had one.
I was going to say, I should have told you. I hope you would have known that to sort of rub her up for the...
No,
Boy, you got laid more times this weekend than you have your entire life, almost.
Hardy, har.
Is she in a porn website? Is she?
No.
Does she want to be on the show? Is that what's going on?
No. She doesn't even want me talking about it.
So she starts to take her clothes off in the room?
We're making out, and we were taking each other's clothes off.
Are you part of some sort of crazy scavenger hunt she's involved in?
What's she wearing, like little panties and stuff?
She was just wearing, jeans and, sort of like a I don't know, like a halter top,
wow.
I think.
Nice body?
Yeah.
Big titties?
Yeah, like C,
wow.
CD.
Real or
what
fake?
What color was her hair?
Real. She's a brunette.
No shit.
Yeah.
So you had a blonde and a brunette. A blonde and brunette weekend.
You motherfucker.
And you telling me...
No redhead?
So she takes off all her clothes and then she blows you?
Yeah, and...
Did she blow you with a rubber or without it?
Without.
Wow.
And
you sure she was a girl?
Yes.
You fucked her.
Who cares at this point?
And it wasn't in her ass. Because some of those trannies can hide their penises.
No, I inspected her.
You did. You took her, yeah.
I took a good look.
How would you know for sure, really?
No shit. So, and then, how many times she bang you?
We just did once.
How long did you last on that one? That couldn't have been very long.
Probably. Well, we did a couple of positions, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What positions did you do?
It's like I was on top, and then actually I went to doggy, and and she got on top for a second.
Wow.
And,
look at this fucking guy. She got on top, huh?
And did she seem satisfied?
Yes, Robin.
Who cares?
Fine.
Who gives a rat's hell?
Did she rock your world or what?
Yeah. They both did. I got my world rocked.
Are you having feelings for the? I know for the whore you're not, but
no. Because I know the deal. So I know the deal with everyone.
What's the deal? Maybe she'll dump the boyfriend.
No. Her life is like on the West Coast, so.
You need someone on this side of the continent.
I know.
Nobody from here drives anywhere for you.
No.
They won't even get on a subway.
Look at you, Casanova.
Yeah, your life should be on the West Coast, apparently.
They should make a movie about you called Shampoo.
If I lived in Vegas,
girls.
Well, I got recognized a lot in Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas were big over there.
They loved you. Well, because then at the end, then he came back. We had a really beautiful meal. Nice post-coming meal for JD.
It's creepy knowing a guy just came in.
I was going to say, can you eat
with JD? It was creepy knowing everyone knew I just...
Well, I mean, that was the funny thing. The walk by, I mean, everybody knew what was going on.
I would have stayed in my room the rest of the night.
There was even a guy backstage at the Artie show who was at Nobu and goes, yeah, me and everyone at the tables around us knew what was going on. I was like, oh, geez, thanks.
Because everybody was like, as I was leaving, everybody was giving me like the thumbs up. Like, yeah, I think he's all right. I think I taken care of him.
What did your neighbors ask him when he got back?
They were being very polite.
Yeah. They would have been nice.
They were sitting by me. They didn't really bring it up.
It would have been nice if the girl, like, kind of visited you in your room and then put on that display in front of Nobu.
Well, dude, I'll take it any way I can get it. So
right.
I didn't know she was going to do that, but that was so much funnier, though. Just for the story.
Be a part of it.
So,
what about you? Any more whores for the weekend? Or
that was it. Well, what happened was, so then now, that started a night where we just stayed up all night and then went to the plane. We finished eating at Nobu, got a little lit there, and then backstage they had a whole big setup for us, or like a pre-party. And which was great. Now,
did you gamble?
I didn't get any chance to.
Wow, Artie.
The real cool thing was it ended up being great because John the Stutterer got there. John got us at Nobu. I got a glimpse into his living hell.
What do you mean?
I said, John, do you want something to eat? And he tries to answer you on a yes/no question. I'm just going, no. And he goes, no. So I said, what do you want to drink? And it took him, 10 minutes to say regular Coke?
And he has to say regular Coke. He wants to say Coke.
Right, he has to say regular Coke. And, again, it was just, the guys...
He could write it down if he didn't want to be a pain in the ass.
I guess, but he wouldn't eat anything, he wouldn't drink any alcohol, and he just...
He doesn't drink alcohol, that guy? What?
He's on medication.
He's on so much stuff.
He is on so much stuff, so...
So what?
He sat there.
It's almost like, I hope I die.
My one big failure for the weekend was I didn't have enough time. I couldn't get him abroad. Unless he somehow got it on his own.
Well, you couldn't get him a girl?
I couldn't work it, no. I didn't know when he was getting there.
What do you mean you couldn't work it?
I don't know when he was getting there. I didn't have enough time to work it out.
You were busy.
But, yeah.
I had too.
But... it worked out to where, you got a free trip out there, you got the room, and what they did was, after my show, the club there, Body English, they were like, look, if you come here and take some pictures and everything, they gave me like $5,000 in chips.
Wow.
And so I was able to pass that wealth around a little bit. I gave J.D. like $500. I gave John the Stutterer like $500.
Wow.
And I'm like, you don't have to gamble it. Just pocket it if you want. I think,
right.
Did
those guys gamble?
I don't know what happened to John the Stutterer. He came by the show. The crowd was amazing. The first thing I said was, I have an announcement. J.D. has gotten laid. The place went nuts.
That's funny.
And then at the end of the show, I brought John the Stutterer out. It was so fucking... It was like 2,000 Fred Narsons torturing him. He tried to say that, and everyone was going, I was like a simultaneous, like the beginning of Crazy Train. And the show was amazing. They were a great crowd. And then but an interesting thing happened for a little self-esteem booster for me. Nice. Before I leave, remember a couple of months ago we had a Winfred's Money chick on? She got naked. She was with a guy who she dated, and they swung out in California. She brought chicks into the mix. And
I don't remember, but yeah.
She had a really, really nice body. And I remember, I was fawning over her body. It's one of the chicks I started to get $20,000 in bank, all that shit. So at the time, she goes, you flat out asked her on the air, would you have sex with Artie? And she said, he'd have to lose 100 pounds. So Will, as I'm leaving, Will shows me an email from his brother. It says, this chick called, she's going to be in Vegas, and tell Artie that I want to come to the show, and I'm now single.
Oh.
So I'm like, wow, really? Romance. So I get her number, So she shows up, but now she's got the boyfriend with her, the ex-boyfriend with her. And I'm like, what is that all about? So they came by my show. She looked unbelievable. She, I don't know if
I wish I remembered this chick.
TV guys they got a picture of her somewhere in the Rolodex.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
I'm not going to give her name, but
no.
She showed up with this fucking tight, like, you know, the chick, you saw the chick in the blue skirt.
Yeah, I know who she was. Dude, he's the one that took the picture of me at Scores.
Right, really, really nice body. And she comes backstage, and she's with the guy. I'm like, you know, so afterwards we go to the club, the Body English. She's sitting next to me, and she goes, well, I guess I'm not that memorable. I'm like, what are you talking about? She goes, well, you know, you remember me, and you said I was so hot on the show. I'm like, yeah, I remember you. She goes, would you go out with me? And I go, the question is, would you go out with me? She goes, of course I go out with you. I guess the 100 pounds doesn't mean shit. I put on 5 pounds by now, honey. And she's like, no, I never cared about that. I'm like, what about your boyfriend? She goes, no, we broke up. We're broken up. I'm like, well, why is he here?
Yeah.
She's like, you know, he just wanted to come. You know, we're both fans to the show and everything. So I got her number.
And nothing happened. Okay.
Nothing happened, but she said I could come out to New York like within the next couple of weeks.
Well, fly her out, man.
She she looked hot, and she had a
hot.
Yeah. And
she's not a whore, which is a big step up.
She was beautiful girl.
Well, who is it? Oh, I don't even remember the circumstances.
She was a Winfred's money chick.
Wow. I don't remember.
I don't know if does the TV guys have any recollection of what I'm talking about?
We'll find it.
Yeah. About 2 Winfred's monies ago, or maybe 1. And then we all went. I was able to pass out some gambling money. That Club Body English is so fucking great. The broads, you know, tables, just Sodom and Gomorrah. The pool scene there, the Hard Rock. It's just, I mean, I don't know how people live there. My friend lives out there.
Yeah.
There's no form of reality. It's just heaven on earth. It's really like, you know, some people describe a scene and you go, it can't be that good. It's that good.
Really?
Yes.
The club there, and the pool. Well, you've seen the pool.
Yeah, no, it's a man's paradise.
Yeah, it really is. It's a man's paradise.
Yeah, it's like everything. It's every cool party you'd ever want to go to.
Exactly. Combined. And the chick-to-guy ratio is nice. And at the end of the show, I brought J.D. out there, so they gave J.D. like a standing ovation.
So you had a big weekend, huh? And did you guys all fly home together?
We stayed up all night.
Wow.
And went right to the cab, which is par for the course.
You stayed up all night, no gambling? You were in the club all that time?
Mostly, yeah. And, you know, it was a real nice money weekend. There was a good sold-out crowd.
You never ran into your hooker again?
No, I don't know what she was doing. And thank God. And,
what a weekend, man.
And we got on a plane and we flew home together.
Look at you. Artie, you made a lot of people's dreams come true.
I said to these guys, I said, if this plane is delayed on our way, I said, I'm just going to a realtor and getting a condo in Vegas. I can't deal with it again. The flying right now is... It's
insane.
That's my next goal, is to get enough scratch to where I can at least lease a jet or something.
Well, maybe you get some of these big hotels when they hire you to fly out.
Yeah, you gotta, right, if they own a jet, it might be worth it.
Right.
I gotta start talking about that, because these weekends where leave the show, cross country, do a gig, come back, is nuts.
That's a lot.
You know, but at least J.D. got out there for Thursday, though, you know.
Well, from what you guys are saying, Artie got laid.
It was a great weekend.
J.D. got laid, and John the Stutterer got a regular Coke.
That's right. See, you know what happened? J.D. got laid twice. That's why John couldn't.
Well, you know what happened with John? I said, listen, my guy said to let you have the room for a couple of days. I said, hang in Vegas. And then he said, he goes, I have to get back to work, too. I guess he's doing his show tonight or something?
Yeah. He's doing a radio show. Yeah. Is it tonight?
I think he said it's tonight.
Yeah, for those of you who wanted John the Stutterer show, and like some people have written me and said, I'm not going to listen to that for more than 1 second. We don't care. You know, we're trying it. John, a lot of people wrote in, so they like his politics. They like when he talks politics. And if he does a political show for an hour, we'll listen. And we're going to give it to you tonight. And if you don't like it, well, there's certainly many other choices. So we never worry. We never stress out. We try different experiments.
I think it's going to be funny. And again, I got a little glimpse into his living hell. And then we got into a funny conversation we checked into the airport. And we were sitting at a diner in the airport in Vegas eating. Who would you rather be? Okay, interesting answer here. Who would you rather be, Jeff Currow or John the Stutterer?
I would rather be John the Stutterer, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
John the Stutterer could do something about his stutter. They do have some
That's
hope
what I
there.
thought.
And Jeff doesn't have the arm. Right. Jeff's ass is all infected. He smokes. His body's basically unhealthy.
Right.
John the Stutterer, even, like, he's got a nice weight. He's not a bad-looking guy either. Yeah. I would rather be John the Stutterer. What do you say, Robin?
I say Jeff Currow.
Why?
Because Jeff has done this damage to himself.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you're him now. You know, it's all been done.
I have to live through the damage. Right. It's not like you're with the damaged body.
Right. You're him now.
But maybe Robin could repair his body, is what she's saying. That she'd be Robin inside of there, trapped inside.
How about Nicole Bass or John the Stutterer?
I'd rather be John the Stutterer. Nicole has it tough because she's a man-woman. You know, she looks like a dude. And
I mean, yeah, could he be a man and be Nicole Bass?
Right.
I don't know if I want to be we saw Nicole Bass look-alike at the diner in Vegas. Oh, my God. I don't know how women do that to themselves. I mean, she was, you know, you could see if she was thinner, she would have been a nice body, tan. But she's just bulked up like a fucking, football player. Yeah. But this was one of those weekends, where I actually said, mission accomplished.
Yeah. No, you did good. You know what? You're like an angel.
You know, Santa Claus.
You're Santa Claus.
For people who want to get laid.
You're the size of Santa Claus.
Well, I'm probably bigger than the average Santa.
But you really were like Santa Claus. You took two guys who don't normally get to have a lot of fun, J.D. and John the Stutterer, and you gave them a time of their lives, right? Am I right, J.D.? You want to say something, Artie?
It was probably one of the best weekends of my life. I couldn't thank him enough.
Did you thank Artie?
Of course.
Yeah,
I'd like to hear you say something on the air and publicly and recognize him.
Artie, I love you. I thank you for everything this weekend. I couldn't thank you enough.
Are you Artie's bitch now?
As they say in Hawaii,
I guess. I don't know.
Right. Hey,
three guys should get together, but it seemed like an accident. And in the book, he says they go over. Crosby and Stills have a new song. They play it once. Graham goes, play it again. And Graham goes, can you do it one more time? And this time he jumps in with them, and they create this sound.
Well, Graham Nash is here, which I'm excited about. One of my favorite artists of all time, Graham Nash. Of course, of the great band Crosby, Stills, and Nash, originally of the Hollies, inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for about 20 different reasons. Look at you.
Twice.
Man. You look good. Yeah, you really do. You take care of yourself, right?
No, it's really easy to look like a peacock when you're standing next to two turkeys.
Well, yes, but, it's funny. When I even see Neil Young now, he's put on a tremendous amount of weight.
Really?
I think so.
I saw Neil a week ago. He didn't look...
he looked heavy to me.
Well, as we get older, I mean, look at you. You look great, too. I mean,
No, I'm trying to keep the weight down. You keep the weight down.
How old are you now, 40?
40?
Oh.
Yeah.
You're so
40.
Flattering.
And what are you like? 43, I read.
Yeah, just over. 43 and a half.
Does it kill you getting older, honestly? I mean, it literally does kill you, but...
It's not for the faint-hearted, Howard, as you well know.
No.
When you wake up with aches and pains, things drop off and things grow that you never even knew you had.
When you were writing your book, all right, because Graham has put out a new book, Graham Nash, and we're going to talk about it today, but... When you were writing your book, and you go back and you sort of look at your archives and you look at all the pictures of you guys when you were young, isn't it? It's like looking at a different person, right?
And it's terrifying. That's the one thing about celebrity that I'm not crazy about, is seeing myself from a young kid to grow into this, gray-haired man here.
Because, I'm always shocked when I look at the old Crosby, Stills, and Nash pictures, and I see, David Crosby was this shockingly good-looking guy. I mean, he's gotten out of shape. Age has not been kind. But the voice is still there, right?
Crosby's singing his ass off, kid.
He's lucky he can. I mean,
that's right.
He's a survivor.
That's right. Well, I think the average lifespan for a liver transplant is like 15 years.
Right.
He's already 18
how many years is
18 and going.
Wow,
yeah.
That's remarkable. I'm thinking about the Crosby, Stills, and Nash and your new book because you write about the history, and I always love that. And I love talking music with musicians and how you wrote certain songs.
Right.
So I'm excited that you're here today, especially with your guitar. And, I was thinking all the way back to, the Hollies. When you were in there, and you started to write music, and you started to get experimental with your music. That's why you left the Hollies. They were being mean to you.
No, they weren't really being mean. They were just content. They were content to have every single go into the top 10.
When you wrote this song, the Hollies were like, "Yeah, that's too experimental."
King Midas in reverse.
King Midas in reverse. You wrote this, you brought it to the Hollies, and you said, "Let's do this." And they said, "Dude, we just want to write hits. What is this?"
Yes.
Was that the last straw for you? Were you like, "That's it, I'm done"?
Yeah.
You knew
well, a couple of things happened. They didn't want to do that. I'd actually written Marrakesh Express, and somewhere in the bowels of EMI, Abbey Road, there's a track of the Hollies doing Marrakesh, and it sucks. Right?
Wow.
So those two things, they wanted to do an album of Bob Dylan songs in Las Vegas, kind of brass, kind of, it sucked.
So you're saying you brought them Marrakesh Express, and they
didn't think it was going to be a hit.
Oh my God! One of the biggest hits for Crosby, Stills and Nash.
Correct.
And you just did that stick in your craw? And one day when you finally were set up with Crosby, Stills and Nash, you brought it to them and you said, "Look, guys, let's do this." And they were probably like, "Yeah, this is it. Let's do it."
That's why I'm so bonded to Crosby, because he saved my ass. Because when you refuse to record what we consider to be decent songs, it shakes you to your core as a musician, as an artist. You think, I must be wrong. If they're not doing it, I must be. But then Crosby said, come over here.
I can't imagine how many people's spirits were crushed by someone saying no. I feel like that about my early career in radio. So many people say no, and I'm amazed that I just kind of knew to keep going. And you leaving the Hollies is not a very secure kind of thing. That was a big deal.
It was a big deal, except for one thing, Howard.
Yeah.
I had heard me and David and Stephen sing.
Was that at Joni Mitchell's house?
It was indeed, in her living room, yes.
All right. So you guys got together. You were in the Hollies. Crosby was in, what band was he in at that point?
I think he'd just been thrown out of the Byrds.
He was thrown out of the Byrds.
Yeah.
You were all sort of outcasts of different bands.
That's right.
And Stephen
I wasn't so out.
Joni Mitchell understood that you guys would work well together, right?
Actually, Cass Elliot.
Was that who?
Before John, yes.
Cass Elliot said you should meet David Crosby.
Mama Cass.
Yes, Mama. Hey, Robin, how are you doing, kid?
Mama Cass, you say in your book, tried to seduce you. You were not interested in having sex with her.
No.
But you became very good friends.
Incredible friends, yes.
Was she upset about that? The fact that, I mean, it had to be hard for her because she wasn't a stunningly beautiful woman.
Yeah, it must have been hard for Cass because, she was a very loving woman.
Right.
And she knew that she was overweight. She knew, I think she had a crush on Denny. From the Mamas and Papas.
Right. She absolutely did.
And that didn't go anywhere,
Yeah.
I made her cry within 5 minutes of meeting her because she asked me what would John Lennon think of the Mamas and Papas, and I said, well, knowing John a little, he'd probably put you down at first until he felt comfortable and let you into his close circle,
And she started crying?
Oh, yeah.
Because she felt,
She had a crush on John, but I didn't know it.
Oh, it must have been so hard for her because she's around all these exciting artists, these good-looking guys. You guys are good-looking guys, and she couldn't. She was probably sexually frustrated. And meanwhile, in the Mamas and the Papas, Michelle Phillips was like the sex bomb of all time.
That's why I went down to the studio.
Did you instantly fall in love with Joni Mitchell when you met her?
I'm afraid I have to say yes.
Yeah.
It was an astounding moment.
She's some artist, huh?
Brilliant. She's a genius.
Were you intimidated by her talent, or did it spur you on to write great music?
No, I was full of piss and vinegar. I thought I was, decent, songwriter until I started hanging out with David and Stephen and Neil and Joni, and then I began to really realize what songwriting should be about.
When you hang out with people like Joni Mitchell and Stephen Stills and David Crosby, do you become a better songwriter?
Absolutely.
They teach you things by just hanging out with them?
Absolutely.
Wow.
To see the way they structure songs, to see what they talk about in songs.
You know what's an amazing story? Stephen Stills, and I agree with you that he is one of the most underrated guitar players. I find him unbelievable, even when he did his solo work. Tremendous guitar solos and all that stuff.
Yes.
But Joni Mitchell wrote the song Woodstock.
Indeed.
She was upset, right, that she didn't get to go to Woodstock.
Well, she was supposed to go.
Right.
But she also, Woodstock finished on the Sunday. She was supposed to do the Dick Cavett show on Monday, and it was a very important TV show for her biggest entry into TV world, right?
Right, yeah.
But then when 20,000 people are coming, 50,000 people are coming, 100,000 people are coming, 500,000 people are coming, Elliot and Geffen didn't think she'd be able to get out of there to do the TV show.
And they were worried about that.
Of course.
And that killed her.
Kept her there.
So that killed her, and she decided, that's it, I'm writing this song, Woodstock. But getting to my point about Stephen Stills, when he heard this song,
yes,
he said,
Joan, can I use that song? Well, of course, she said. But can I change it? And he turned it into the great rock and roll song that it is.
He really did. Stephen Stills heard this song and knew how to arrange it to make it a hit. And
Absolutely.
That's genius, isn't it?
It is.
Even he took someone else's song.
That's right.
And this is one of the best Crosby, Stills, and Nash songs of all time, I think. I love when Joni does it.
How does Joni feel about it?
Joni must have loved it.
I think she did because, I mean, you know, it took her song, which was like a dark, purpley kind of song, and turned it into a balls-out rock and roll song.
So you're saying that when you were with the Hollies, they stifled your creativity. Mama Cass introduces you to Crosby. You and Crosby vibe immediately.
Indeed.
Do you just go off somewhere and play together? How does this vibe
No,
occur?
we didn't actually. We didn't actually. Crosby called me one day and he said, come on, I want you to go up to my friend Peter Tork's house. Peter was, of course, in the Monkees and a very, very great, you know, social kind of guy.
Was Peter Tork a good musician? Or was it just the Monkees?
That's a good, well, compared to what?
I mean, were any of those guys, I've heard people say Michael Nesmith.
He just gave good parties.
Yeah, right. So Tork had good parties.
That's right.
And you guys were up for a party.
Yeah, and Crosby and I went up there and we opened up the door of the house and, of course, this incredible cloud of smoke comes out of the front door.
Right.
And there's this kid pounding the shit out of the piano. And I'm trying to listen to this kid because it's great. And Crosby's nattering at me, and I say, wait a second, I want to hear this kid. He goes, if you'll just shut up, that's who I want to introduce you to. His name is Stephen Stills.
Oh, wow. And Stills, what was he doing at that point?
The Buffalo Springfield had broken up.
Oh, I see. So he was free.
He was
free
free.
agent.
Yeah.
So much of this depends on timing, right? Because once you get into a band and a record deal and all that,
with different record companies, right?
So that's when the three of you said, "Hey, let's sit down and maybe write a few songs together, see if we can do that." Is that when you played in Marrakesh Express?
No.
What
happened is I came from London to Los Angeles to be with Joni,
right?
And David and Stephen were at dinner. And after dinner and smoking a big one, you know, David says to Stephen, "Hey, play Willie that song." And so they sang You Don't Have to Cry, which is a great Stephen Stills song.
Right.
They did it two-part. I said, wow, incredible song. Do me a favor, sing it one more time. They looked at each other, kind of shrugged, and sang it one more time. They got to the end, and I said, okay, bear with me. Yeah. One more time. I had my harmony down. I had the words remembered. Whatever vocal sound Crosby, Stills, and Nash has was born in 40 seconds.
Wow. That's crazy.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. So you guys meet, and there was some sort of story in your book about that you auditioned, in a way, for... Who was it? Who did you audition for?
Well, we had this apartment in London on Moscow Road where we were rehearsing the first record. And we were good. We could play that entire first record on a couple of acoustic guitars and 3 voices.
Wow.
We were pretty damn good.
You were well rehearsed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And George Harrison and Peter Asher came over. We kind of wanted to be on Apple. They just signed James Taylor.
Yeah.
They were an up-and-coming record company.
Perfect
It was
fit.
the Beatles. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
They didn't like what we did.
Peter Asher
and George Harrison.
And George Harrison listened to you guys perform that first album.
Live in front of their face.
And is that intimidating?
We thought we were crazy. We thought, well, maybe we're not this good. But we did the same thing with Paul and Arthur.
What did George Harrison say? What did he say to you after? He goes, well, it's just not right for Apple?
That decision came like 2 days later. They just kind of ummed and ahed and patted us on the head and left.
Why the fuck couldn't they get that?
I don't know. To this day, I don't know.
And then you also played in front of
Paul and Arthur.
Paul Simon.
Yeah, and Art Garfunkel. Same thing.
Yeah, Simon and Garfunkel.
They
sat
didn't
you
get
down.
it either.
They had the ability to get you signed to what? Some label, right?
Yeah, Columbia. Probably, you know.
And you sat down and you played them the first album.
Yes.
Live.
Start
you did a concert.
to finish. And they didn't get it.
Wow.
Now, what was
Maybe
that?
you guys aren't good.
That's what we thought.
That's what that proves.
That's what we thought. And then I thought, well, maybe it's competition or...
Oh, that would have crushed me.
It would have crushed me.
That's crazy.
It was crazy. We didn't quite know what was really going on.
Is that the beauty of being in a band? When you get crushing news like that, at least you have your 2 brothers to sort of
absolutely.
lean on.
Yeah, you can light one up and forget the whole thing.
So who the hell believed in you?
Ahmet Ertegun.
Ahmet Ertegun. Boy, that guy had a set of ears, huh?
I'm telling you.
Did you do the same thing for Ahmet?
He loved it to death.
He got it.
Because he's a music man.
Right.
That's one of the things that's wrong with music companies now.
But George Harrison is a musician.
Yeah, I know, and so is Peter
And so is
Asher.
Paul Simon.
Right.
And so is Arthur Garfunkel.
It's unbelievable.
It blew my mind.
So it proves a point that Ahmet Ertegun, who is a businessman,
but a music man.
A music man, but
Yes.
a businessman,
Yes.
got it more. He understood the commercial potential
Sure
of
he
Crosby,
did.
Stills
And it was
Nash.
Ahmet that wanted, that suggested Neil join us.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, because you see,
Right.
Stephen had played almost every instrument on that first record. He played the bass, he played the B3, he played lead guitar, he played the piano, right?
Yeah.
When we made that record and we knew that we had to go on the road, how do we do that if one member played all the instruments?
Is that why Neil Young was always in and out of the band? Stephen is such a strong musical presence and really a master arranger and stuff. Did those two clash? Is that the problem?
They must have. Because, you know, when Ahmet said, I know who you need to get, man. You need to get Neil Young.
Why did he feel Crosby, Stills and Nash even needed Neil Young? Brilliant move. I mean, I love the combination of the four of you.
We did need another player to play the stuff that Stephen couldn't play if he was playing lead guitar, right?
Right.
Ahmet also understood that part of the magic of the Buffalo Springfield was this clash,
Yes.
guitar-wise, between Stephen and Neil, who would stand like stags on each side of the stage and play a great thing, and then Stephen would go, okay, motherfucker, try this.
It was a competition.
Okay, absolutely.
Right. So
and it's to this day.
They don't get along, do they?
No, they do. They love each other to death.
But it bothered you as a musician and also as a founding member of Crosby, Stills and Nash, that Young, and I get this so much, that Young would come and go, and that the band didn't mean as much to him as it did to the three of you.
I think it did. I just think that he was very focused and concentrated on Neil Young, as he should be.
But I got crazy as a fan when Neil would go off with Crazy Horse, and I felt Crazy Horse was not a great band compared to Crosby, Stills and Nash. I was actually angry because I love the collaboration of the four of you.
Right.
Were you personally hurt when Neil says, and Neil, how did Neil tell you he was leaving the band the first time?
He never said. Let me tell you something. You know, there's a lot of people don't think that Neil Young played in Woodstock because he's not on the film.
Why is he not on the film?
Because he told every single cameraman, you shoot one frame of me and you're dead.
And now I bet he regrets that.
Maybe. But you know what? He's a giant star, so maybe it was right.
Well, you want to know something? I've talked to Leslie West of Mountain. You know, Mountain was at Woodstock.
Sure.
They had a manager who said, concert film, we don't, unless you pay us X amount of dollars, and they were left out of the film, and it would have been huge for Mountain, because that was a great band.
Yeah. I think we all knew that Woodstock was going to be something else, you know.
Do you like your album, Four-Way Street?
I love the spontaneity and the live feel. Some of the tuning bothers me.
It is one of my favorite albums of all time.
Wait until you hear what I'm doing now, Howard.
What are you doing now?
I'm 11 mixes from a 40-song 3-CD set of Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young from our 1974 tour, and it will stun you.
Why is it so much better than Four-Way Street? The reason I like Four-Way Street is because the tuning is off and because there are errors. It wasn't manufactured. It was sitting in a real concert. I like that.
Well, we got better and better as a band.
Right.
And in 1974, which of course is, you know, 3 or 4 years after Four-Way Street, we were a better band.
So the album you're working on now is better harmonies?
Yes.
Right. You're just better musicians.
And not only that, but Neil Young hit a writing streak that was unbelievable.
Unbelievably prolific.
He's a great musician. It's Neil Young, for God's sake.
So didn't it break your heart when Neil decides to leave?
No.
I want to talk to you about some of the songs you wrote, and you have been very gracious to play some of them today. And I'm so excited. By the way, we're sitting here, in case you haven't figured it out, we're here with Graham Nash. His new book is called Wild Tales, and a lot of the things we're talking about are covered in the book. You can also go to Graham Nash.
It's like he knew everyone in the music industry.
Well, barely.
He's like the Zelig of music.
These guys were so high, I don't think they know who the hell was in the room.
That's
and maybe these stories aren't even true.
You know, in a way, it's kind of dangerous when you read your book, because I am someone who dropped acid as well. And I am very anti-acid. I had a terrible experience with it because I took a 4-way hit by myself, and I didn't understand what was happening.
Gotcha.
But yet you credit a lot of your creativity to drugs, yeah? I mean...
Yeah, because, I mean, what else can you do? I mean, the fact is we were high most of the time.
And LSD, do you think you could have written those songs without the use of drugs?
Oh, absolutely.
You could have, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, you were just in that zone.
Yeah, yeah.
And as you get more and more famous and your songs become more and more popular, doesn't that just inspire you more to write? And
Of course.
Your confidence goes through
I'm telling you, like I said before, we were full of piss and vinegar.
I love the song Chicago so much. And this was written by you.
Yes.
And I didn't understand the origin of this song until I started to do some research. Chicago was a hotbed. It was 1968.
Yep.
The Chicago Democratic Convention was going on.
That's right.
The Vietnam War was in full swing.
Correct.
A lot of people felt if they went to the convention and protested Hubert Humphrey and all of these people, that it would change the world, that we could make a difference as young people.
And I still believe it.
Yeah. But the thing is, I didn't know who you were writing this for when you said, please come to Chicago.
Just to sing.
You were saying you were playing this to Stephen
and Neil.
Stephen and Neil because they didn't want to go to Chicago.
No, it's not that they didn't want to go. They couldn't. They had prior arrangements. And Wavy Gravy, who made the initial call to me to say, won't you come to Chicago just to sing and raise money for their defense fund, it was very fast. David and I actually had the time off to be able to do it, but Stephen and Neil didn't. They wanted to go.
But isn't this song a plea to them to come to Chicago, to drop whatever commitments they had?
Exactly.
Because this was more important. This was a life-changing event?
Exactly.
You got to play it.
Let's try it. What time is this in the morning?
I know it's early, but come on. This is such a beautiful song.
11 p.m. at night.
Does a song like
thank you, Robin.
Did this song just come streaming out of you because you were so fired up about Chicago Convention?
Absolutely, as most songs do.
It's one of the great activist songs of all time.
Well, you can't bind and chain and gag a man and call it a fair trial, Howard.
Right.
No matter if he's guilty or innocent, you can't chain him to the bench and call it fair.
You're talking about the Chicago 7, right?
I am.
Okay, so you are a advocate of peace and love and also but an activist. Is that because of your father?
Yes, it is.
A terrible thing happened to your father with the justice system.
That's right. He bought a camera from a friend of his at work.
Right.
And his main joy was to go and shoot pictures of his children at the zoo, for instance.
Right.
And my father turned me on to photography way before I was a musician.
You are a photographer.
Yes, indeed.
Right. You take a lot of pictures. Your stuff's on in shows and things like that.
My camera's sitting right on your desk.
You always have your camera with you. What do you shoot? What kind of camera?
I have a Leica X2. It's a beautiful little small digital point and shoot, and it's fabulous. The lens is sharp as hell. I love this camera.
When you were
so my dad
go ahead.
had bought this camera. The police come to the door, which was unheard of in England. Police at your door? Are you kidding me?
Right.
They wanted to know where he had bought the camera because it had been stolen.
Okay.
And he wouldn't tell them.
Because he wasn't a rat.
Yeah, you don't grass on your friends. You just don't. So anyway, consequently, he ended up...
Did your dad know it was a stolen camera that he bought?
He certainly did when the police came to the door.
Right.
And he went to jail for a year, and he broke his heart, and he died at 46.
Oh. Wow.
And you feel because he went to jail, he died young?
No doubt about it.
What did he die of technically? What was the autopsy?
Something wrong with his liver. About a couple of days before I went on tour with the Hollies to Europe, I went to see my dad. He was in hospital. I couldn't find him. And it's my father. I can't recognize him. And then I saw this orange person.
Wow.
And it was my dad. So obviously something was mightily wrong with his liver.
And you feel that he maybe picked something up in prison or
I just think that when your psyche is down, when you feel like a piece of shit, when you don't think that you're worth anything, everything starts to deteriorate.
Is that why Chicago is such an important song to you? Because you're like, hey, let's fight the injustice, let's fight the system.
Correct.
Because sometimes the system is going to break a man's spirit.
That's right, and it did in my father's case.
Did you I just remember that bands were so much more important when I was growing up because of that kind of stuff. You actually got your information. Your calling.
It's true. But don't forget that we're completely controlled by the media these days. You know it. You're king of media, right? You know that the people that own the world's media, you could probably count on two hands. They don't want protest songs on their airwaves.
No.
They want us to be sheep and lie down, buy another pair of sneakers and a soft drink and let me rob you.
Does that upset you?
Yes, it does.
Didn't you think when our generation came into power, it was going to be completely different, that things were really going to change and get different?
That's true, but we forgot about time.
What do you mean?
Well, the momentum...
How it changes you?
Yeah, no, not that. The momentum of the planet is so gigantic that to move it even a microsecond takes an enormous amount of energy and time. We did think that we could change the world, but it just happened it took longer than we thought it would.
Well, hey, a lot of people just sort of take on their parents' views and they kind of settle into middle age.
That's right, and they're content.
You know, you love the song Ohio, as long as we're talking about activist-type music. You didn't write Ohio.
No,
Neil Young did.
Neil did.
But you love that song.
Well, I get a call from Crosby. I'm in Los Angeles. Neil and David are up in a place that I had in Pescadero in Northern California. It was a friend's house. Crosby called me. He goes, book the studio right now. Get the band together. Get Halverson, who's our engineer, Bill Halverson. I'm coming down tomorrow. I said, boy, you sound intense. What the hell's going on?
What's going on?
He said, wait until you hear this song. I said, what is it? He said, it's called Ohio, and Neil wrote it. I said, what happened? He said, I showed Neil a newspaper with you remember that famous John Philo picture of the girl leaning over the dead body?
You're talking about at Kent State.
At Kent State.
Yeah. One of the students had been shot by a National Guardsman.
4 of them.
Yes.
We slaughtered our own children.
Yes.
Right, so here's the story. So he shows Neil this newspaper or this magazine, whatever it was. He said, I saw Neil walk off with his guitar into the woods, and he comes back an hour later with this song, right?
Wow.
We had Teach Your Children going, it was already in the top 20. It was going towards the top of the charts.
Right.
We put out Ohio immediately and killed our own single because we thought it was more important to talk about America killing its own children than having a hit record.
You're telling me that Neil Young goes off into the woods, an hour later comes out with a fully formed song.
Completely done, finished.
And Crosby thought the song was so important and so good. He said, come on, guys, let's get together, record this.
Immediately.
Even at
and put it out immediately.
Put it out immediately.
Ahmet Ertegun was in the studio. So we cut Ohio. It took us about an hour and a half.
The whole song was cut in an hour and a half.
Oh, yeah. It's a very simple song.
No one does that anymore.
Well, you know.
When Neil goes in the woods and writes that, just from a technical standpoint, how does he come out and present that to you?
Just like that.
He played that for you on a guitar.
On an acoustic guitar, and he said, what are we going to do with it?
You don't write this down, the music. In other words, he just keeps it in his head.
None of us write music. None of us read music.
Right. So so he just goes off and he comes out with that riff, ding, you know, that riff.
Isn't that a Neil Young riff?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
And when you go in the studio and record it in an hour and a half, because it's a band, does Neil make the decision about how it's going to be recorded since he wrote it, or is it a democratic process?
It's a slightly democratic process, but he actually leaned on Stephen a lot. Because they're the real rock and roll heart of CSNY, let's get real.
Right.
I mean, Crosby's a little jazz influence, you know, me, and I have no idea what my influence is, but it was mainly Stephen and Neil who made that great rock and roll track.
I see. So when you get in the studio, you defer to those two, and you say, okay, guys, what are we doing? And if you make a suggestion, and does someone ever say, that's just a stupid suggestion, don't do that, because that would crush your spirit also, right?
Yeah, and we're very tender with each other, because we're brothers.
Yeah,
and no matter what we have done, you know, how much backstabbing and how much shit that we've given each other, you know, we really love each other, and we really realize that the most important part of what we do is the music.
Why do you think you never married Joni Mitchell? You were so madly in love with her. You met her at the time when you were in the Hollies, before Crosby, Stills and Nash, right?
Correct.
And she was a beauty, and what a talent. I mean, she had it all.
Yes, she did. And still does, of course.
How long were you with her?
2 years.
2 years. Was it a great love affair?
It was a great love affair. You know, I'm a little hesitant to say it, but she was at that time absolutely the love of my life.
So why didn't you marry her and create a life with her?
I had just gotten divorced from my first wife.
I see.
And it was a bitter feeling for me, and I didn't know whether I was.
Why were you bitter?
Because of my love had failed with my first wife.
It was a great defeat.
I was defeated. You know, I had to give up. I don't give up.
Yes, but you must have got married very young. I mean,
I did get married young.
Yeah,
and it was one of those things. And Joni and I talked about getting married, and I told her that I would have been with her for the rest of my life.
But she kept harping on the marriage thing.
She didn't keep harping on it, but we did talk about it.
And that scared you off.
Yes. What was that, Robin?
She wanted marriage.
We talked about getting married. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, You know, people used to say that when you and Joni, you know, walked into a room, the place would light up. I mean, we were totally in love with each other.
So when you broke up with her, it was because she was looking for marriage, and you weren't willing to commit at that point. You
not
just got mad.
Not
right.
quite.
No?
She had a grandmother, Sadie Jane McKee, I think her name was, who wanted to go on stage and was stopped by her husband from going on stage. You're supposed to be a wife, cook my dinner, take care of the kids, and get on with it. And Joni felt that maybe I wanted her to give up her career and be my wife. Oh. The furthest thing from my mind. How the hell can you be with Joni Mitchell and say, stop playing?
That's so sexy that she can play and do that, yeah.
And what a beautiful woman she is. You know?
Was there ever any thought of letting her be Crosby, Stills, and Nash, ever bringing a woman into the mix?
Yeah, that's funny. That would have been interesting. No, there was never any, but, you know, Joni was always one of the lads. You know, she can take a car apart and put it back together, you know.
Wait, are you still friends with her?
Absolutely.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
So it was amicable when you broke up?
I think that I'm probably one of the only men in her life that she really likes still.
Isn't it peculiar how, like, David Crosby is a true hippie. When it came to women, David Crosby would share a woman with you. Like, he didn't get possessive at all. Like,
Not at all.
He'd say to you, Graham, this girl is terrific. You should know her as well.
He did exactly that with John.
Is that a mental... Don't you think that's a little bit... Because he had already slept with Joni.
Yes.
And then he said, hey, come meet Joni.
Yes.
And he did that. And then there was another love of his life, a tragedy. He met a girl,
Christine, yes.
and she died in a car crash.
Yeah, she rolled us a couple of joints by the pool, said, here, enjoy, smoke these. We never saw her again. She was taking the cats to the vet in Novato in Northern California.
Right.
One of the cats jumped into a lap and scratched her. She reached down to take the cat off her lap, veered into a school bus, and was killed instantly.
And by the way, they do say with your animals, you shouldn't let them run in the car free. That's
Not
something
cats,
we've learned.
Yeah,
right. They can be dangerous.
Put them in a cage.
But
yes.
but he even that was the love of his life, and he shared her with you, right?
Yes.
Isn't that? Don't you think?
And you would
that's
just
really...
take these girls?
Well, why not?
Well, you know what, Robin? You know, a beautiful woman is a beautiful woman. You know.
But didn't that ruin the relationship?
Not at all.
It didn't. David wouldn't say to you, "Shit, you fucked my girlfriend."
No, it was very. It was no, not at all. He's not that possessive.
But I'm so possessive. I could never share a woman.
Yeah, but you're not David Crosby, Howard.
Could you share one?
Graham, did you ever share?
No, but he gave him chocolates. Did you share as well? Was that your thing too?
No, that wasn't my thing. No,
I can't tell if that's a healthy thing or if that's like kind of like a mental illness type thing.
Maybe it's both.
But I was also shocked to read that this girl that we talk about who died,
yes, Christine,
he met her when she was 14. Did you ever say to him, you could go to jail for that?
No, because he wasn't sleeping with her when she was 14.
Oh, he wasn't?
She ran his fan club.
Oh, I see.
You know, it was only until she became older that he got together.
How old did he wait till?
15.
I actually don't know the answer to that, Robin. I don't.
The song Teach Your Children, which is a song you wrote, which is one of my favorite songs. You saw a photograph by Diane Arbus, who is a great photographer.
Yeah.
You know, one of my favorites. And it was the image of a boy in Central Park. Was he holding a gun or something?
No, he was holding a hand grenade.
A hand grenade?
Yeah, a plastic hand grenade. Here's the story, right? When I sold my photograph collection at Sotheby's in the late 80s,
right,
early 90s.
What do you mean you sold your photograph collection?
I had an incredible collection of classic, great photographs.
The original photographs?
Oh, yes, that I'd collected for many, many, many years. But then I saw the digital revolution coming.
Yeah.
And I saw it, and I knew that I would have to either get on this train or get run over.
Right.
So I sold my photographs to raise a couple of $1 million to go into this new venture. A show of my collection had a Diane Arbus photograph of the boy in Central Park with a hand grenade next to a portrait of Krupp, who was the German arms magnate, right? And I looked at these two images with this young kid with a plastic hand grenade that's grimacing and would, you know, willingly blown up the world, next to the portrait of the man that did blow up the world.
Right.
And I began to realize that if we don't teach our children a better way of dealing with our fellow human beings, we're fucked.
So is that what went in your head? Oh, we have to teach our children well?
That's right.
That's it. That's how the song developed. You had the phrase, teach our children well.
That's
Just give me a little verse and chorus of teach your children well. And how long did it take you to write this song? Was this one of these that just pour right out of you?
No, this was, you know,
had to work
2 or 3 hours, because I began to realize that it was a two-way street, that not only do we have to to teach our children well, but we have to learn from our children also.
Give me a little bit of it, if you don't mind.
You who are on the road must have a code that you can live by, and so become yourself, because the past is just a goodbye. Teach your children well, 'cause their father's hell did slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams. The one they pick is the one you'll know by. Don't you ever ask them why. If they told you, you would cry. So just look at them and sigh. I know they love you.
Is it surreal when a song like that becomes a hit? Like it just came right out of your head like that?
I'm telling you this, though. When I first did it, it sounded like Henry VIII. Right?
Right.
Stephen heard the song. He said, don't ever play it like that again.
But you say when you originally wrote that song, it was eerie and slow.
Yes, and very English. And you who are on the road. It's like very English, right?
And Stephen was the one who said, make it a country song.
Not only that, but he turned it into the hit that it became.
Don't put that guitar down yet. I got to ask you about a bunch of other ones.
Okay.
When you wrote Our House, I love this story. You were living with Joni Mitchell, and
we went to breakfast at Art's Deli on Ventura. You probably know it.
I don't even know how to get out of my house.
Yeah.
Go ahead, yes.
Well, so we'd finished breakfast and we were walking back to her car and we passed an antique store. And she saw a vase in the window that she really liked. And Joni, hardly spends $1 on herself. I persuaded her to buy it. And it was one of those grey, drizzly mornings in Los Angeles. We got back to the house and I said, hey, I'm going to light a fire. Why don't you put some flowers in that new... All of a sudden, I'm off and running.
Is that what happened to you? As you're saying it, you realize it's a poem.
I realize it's such an incredibly ordinary moment that millions of men may have gone through.
I'll light the fire.
Yeah, you make the dinner, I'll light the fire, right?
So the words came first? So in other words...
That first line came first.
And then where does the tune come from? Do you rush off and say, I got to write that right now?
No, it just came all together. It only took me about an hour and a half to write Our House.
Let me hear a little bit, just a little.
Well, it's a piano song, but I'll
go ahead, a little bit on the guitar.
I'll light the fire. Yeah, I don't even know the chords in it. You place the flowers in the vase that you bought today. I mean, it's a very simple song.
You were really recounting what just happened in town.
What had just happened, what I just said to Joan.
Why do you play Blackbird in concert so much? Is that just a beautiful song to you?
Oh, what an incredible song.
It's a song, really, that the Beatles wrote about black people. They were saying, he was saying,
civil rights movement.
Civil rights movement. Time for you to rise up, spread your wings and fly.
That's right, because, in England, as you well know, a woman is usually not called a chick, but called a bird. Right.
Yeah.
And so they were, it was a civil rights movement.
Who wrote it? McCartney wrote it?
It's a pure McCartney song.
Right. And when he wrote it, what he was trying to say is, was he singing it to a black chick or just to
I believe
everyone?
so.
Yeah.
I believe so. To
fly.
rise up, take your wings. Come on, let's go. Let's rock. This is the 20th century.
And so when you guys are in concert, a lot of times you'll do Blackbird. You
That's
just
right.
love it.
Very much. I did it night before last, as a matter of fact.
I told you one of my favorite songs that you wrote was Right Between the Eyes because it makes me think of my grandfather.
Why?
Because I told you this years ago. Right Between the Eyes was a thing my grandfather, he used to talk about looking a man right between the eyes.
How interesting.
That was his thing. And when I heard that song, it always brings me to tears. And you actually played it in my studio. You don't remember, but I do. We play it all the time. It's so great. And but you wrote that about, you're going to make me cry.
Go for it.
You just want to see me cry.
My head is hanging heavy with the thoughts of him in mind. It's sacrilege for us to take advantage of the blind. So tell before you come to me from out of yonder skies. A man's a man who looks a man right between the eyes.
Love that. I'm going to go to bed with you.
Oh, my.
That was
now
about a woman.
Finally comes out. Howard Stern,
that was a woman. Yeah, come on, let's get crazy. Well, that was about a woman. You were seeing...
When a man writes like that, you have to sleep with him.
Were you sleeping with a woman who was a friend,
yes.
Friend's wife?
Yes.
And that was your confessional song?
Yes.
Because, in other words, you were saying, I want to look you between the eyes and confess.
And tell you what happened. Yeah, they had a breakup in their relationship, and there was like this month-long gap. And I loved this woman. She was a stunning beauty, a white Russian lady. And, you know, I had a very short, very satisfying affair with her. But I felt a little guilty, you know, because she was still with John. And that was my confessional song, yes.
I wish I could look you right between the eyes. Did you actually tell your friend? Did you confess to him?
I never did.
You never did. It's just a song fantasizing about if you could have.
That's right.
You're sad telling that story.
Yeah, I am sad.
Oh, you're ashamed of it?
No, I just didn't. I don't want to bring pain to anybody.
Right.
Because don't forget I wrote, and the pain that we could bring to him, I don't think he could beat. Please don't ask me how I know. I've just been up that street, and all the people living there have been silenced by their own lies. A man's a man who looks a man right between the eyes.
So what you're saying there is, I didn't
have the balls to tell him.
Because you know that kind of pain, someone had done that to you?
That's right.
Wow. Who did that to you?
You know, several ladies.
They ran off with a guy that...
Sure.
Yeah.
I think every guy happened to you?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm thinking of someone in particular who did that. Who was like banging my friend, and she thought, oh, she goes, oh, I didn't know I was your girlfriend. I go, I thought you were. I didn't realize.
Don't we all go through madness with these women? I mean, that's why I got into rock and roll in the first place. I wanted to get laid, you know.
And laid you did, my friend.
I'm afraid I did.
Yes, you did. What's going on now? You're married, right?
I've been married to Susan for 37 years.
How's that going?
Phenomenal.
Haven't shared it with anybody?
Nope.
You say in the book that you did not want Neil Young in the band originally. Why?
We had just created this incredible album with 3-part harmony, right?
Yeah.
Why would we need a 4th harmony?
Right.
I didn't, and why would we invite someone to play in our band whom I'd never met?
Who pushed so hard? Ahmet for that?
Ahmet.
And his word goes? I mean...
Yes. Ahmet Ertegun was a very smart man.
But did Stephen at first fight it too?
He fought it. Yeah. What? You want me to go back there again? I just did 2 years with this madman. You want me to go back?
But you couldn't force the Beatles to take on a member that they didn't want. Crosby, Stills and Nash was a very successful band.
That's right.
You could not force 3 guys to take on a 4th.
But listen to the stuff that Neil had been writing.
Oh, you're not going to get
Expecting to Fly, Clancy, all those.
You're not going to get an argument from me. I just can't figure out how they forced that all on you.
They didn't force it on us. They suggested it. Nobody tells us what to do. Nobody.
It's pretty amazing, too, when you go into how drugs almost like really destroyed Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young.
They nearly destroyed Crosby, which nearly destroyed Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, yes.
Do you think if something had happened to him, that would have been the end? You and Stephen would
I would have lost complete heart.
Yeah.
Crosby's my brother. I love him.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing music, amazing career.
Thanks, kid.
And what did you do when you saw him going downhill? What do you do?
I felt pretty guilty, actually, Robin. I'll tell you why. Because one of the joys of Crosby's life was the making of music. And I knew that. And so I kept emphasizing and encouraging that side of him. However, the more music you make, especially in those days, the more money you made, the better drugs you could afford. So I was torn totally between keeping my friend's spirit alive and chancing the fact that he would die.
Yeah, it's a tough one. You know, you write about in the book, too, when you first saw Jimi Hendrix. Like, you were at a club with a bunch of heavyweights. It was you guys. Who else was there?
John and Paul were there.
John and
Brian
Paul.
Jones was there.
Brian Jones of the Stones.
But I didn't. That's not the first time I saw Jimmy. The first time I saw Jimmy was 1965 at the Soupy Sales Easter Show at the Paramount Theater in New York Square.
You are kidding me.
Right?
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wait, listen to this. Little Richard is the star of the bill, and we watched him. I mean, he was kick-ass. I mean, Little Richard is phenomenal, right?
Great entertainer.
One day, after the show, he comes out, he is screaming, "You motherfucker, don't you ever play guitar with your teeth again, you mother..." And it was Jimmy.
Great advice. Don't you use those teeth, young man. But then when you were in England, I guess, and all these guys, McCartney's there and Lennon and all that, all these guys who you know, you're all there to what? You had heard about him?
Oh, yeah. His reputation. You know, Eric Clapton and particularly Pete Townsend had been spreading the word about this new kid from America, and that you better come and watch this kid because this is something special.
It was almost like going to school, right?
Yes, for guitar players, yeah.
Clapton said that night was so, it was almost detrimental to him. He felt like he wanted to put down his guitar after he saw Jimi Hendrix.
Well, thank God he didn't.
No, of course not. But it was that mind-blowing.
He was that mind-blowing.
Why was it so mind-blowing?
Because there was an incredible energy. Right. And there was only 3 of them in the experience. There was only Mitch Mitchell on drums and Noel Redding on bass.
Were Mitch and Noel good musicians?
Mitch was an incredible drummer. I don't think that Noel had played bass before he joined the experience.
That's what I've always heard.
Yeah.
Wow.
And on the albums, Jimmy played all the instruments. That's what I've heard.
I still think that that Noel played bass and Mitch very much played drums, because Mitch Mitchell came to live with me in my apartment. He was, you know, he didn't, you know, they were just catching fire and he didn't have any place to live. So I'd come over and live with me. So then I was able to hang out with Mitch and hang out with Jimmy. And let me tell you something. Nobody in the world could beat Jimi Hendrix at Risk. You know the board game Risk?
Yeah, Risk, yeah.
He'd play Risk on acid. You never stood a chance.
What a life you've had. No wonder you had to write a book. No, you really have. The book's great, and it does capture a lot of this, but it's almost mind-blowing to think of you guys, all these superstars, sitting in an audience watching Jimi Hendrix. When John Lennon is removed from the earth by this monster, where are you when you hear that word?
I was watching Miami. I think I was watching a football game. I was at Susan's house. And then Howard Cosell came on and said, we just got this news flash that John Lennon had been shot. And by the end of the half, he was dead.
How well did you know him? I mean, it sounds like you knew all these guys.
I met John November the 19th in 1959.
1959?
Mm-hmm.
And where is this?
Do you know those kind of shows where a local promoter gets a bunch of local talent and then at the end they put their hand above it, and if the audience claps better for you, then you win?
Yes.
Check
like
this.
a talent show.
Yeah, exactly. Check this out.
Like America's Got Talent, yeah.
Me and Alan Clark, who later formed the Hollies, were on that bill. We won. We did a Conway Twitty song called It's Only Make Believe. There was a guy called Freddie Garrity who became Freddie and the Dreamers.
Right.
A man called Ron Wycherley who became Billy Fury. And Johnny and the Moondogs from Liverpool.
And that was John Lennon's band.
That was
They
John
did
Lennon.
Think It Over by Buddy Holly.
And you beat him.
I'm afraid we did.
You did. Oh, my God. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Were you shocked
you see
when
why I call him the Zelig of music?
Were you shocked?
Everywhere.
Were you shocked when you? Yeah, by the way, how do you know where to go to be part of this whole scene? You know,
you know, you just played music. I mean, after World War II, there was nothing the 15-year-old kids had to do. You kick a ball around and you think it's good. And
you
then
seem so brave, though. Were you nervous at 15 to get up on a stage?
I've never been nervous.
Never.
Never.
And when you got up, you always had confidence.
No, that's what I wanted to do. Why would I be nervous? That was Stephen that said he was scared shitless at Woodstock. It wasn't me.
When did you first know you wanted to be a musical
Since I
performer?
was 13 years old.
And what did you see that made you think of that?
Skiffle, Lonnie Donegan, early American rock and roll. I wanted it. I wanted it.
Were you considered a prodigy musically? I mean, did
not
anyone...
at all, and I'm still not a great musician. But I can play guitar to write songs and play piano, but I'm not a great musician.
You're a great songwriter, wouldn't you think?
I don't know if I'm a great songwriter, but
You're in the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but what does that mean, Robin? You know, it's like...
It means something to me. I don't know.
No, it means something to me, too. It's very important.
You're good, yeah.
I know, but I can't think that way about myself.
So go back. You hear Howard Cosell say that you're a friend. I mean, a guy you knew on the scene, John Lennon has been shot.
And then the news later, a half hour later, that he had been killed. You know, and the thing that about that really upsets me, and it was I felt the same when George passed away, was how many incredible songs were in their minds that we'll never hear.
That's what kills me.
Kills me.
To this day, I think, oh my, what would John Lennon have done if he? I mean, the guy was such an interesting guy.
What would Buddy Holly have done with today's technology?
Right.
What would Jimmy do with today's technology?
I often ask Robin that too. I always have this thought, like, if Jimi Hendrix had lived, would he have burned out, or would he be like Sly and the Family Stone, living somewhere where you can't even find him, or would he have been still like one of the great rock acts?
I tend to believe that he would still have been one of the great rock acts because he was so ahead of his time.
But he wasn't doing any more drugs than anyone else. He just got a bad, or maybe he was. Was he doing way too much, like even compared to you guys?
Jimmy's main love was acid.
Acid.
Yeah.
And yet that's not what he OD'd from.
No, he didn't. And who knows what actually happened?
You trip with him a lot?
Several times.
At your place?
Mainly at his place. One day we went to see Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention at the Royal Albert Hall. Yeah. And Jimmy and I were sitting there together. And we see Brian Jones up in one of the boxes. And so during the intermission, we go, hey, let's go see if Brian's got anything.
And Brian did.
And so we stood up to go over to the box, and a spotlight hit us. And I'm paralyzed. I'm on acid with Jimi Hendrix, and the spotlight is shining in our face. Yeah. Man, it's been a wild life, Howard.
What about Brian Jones? Do you think that he was murdered?
I believe so.
You do? Mm-hmm. Brian Jones, I'm talking, of course, of the Rolling Stones, for anyone who doesn't know. He was a guitar player of the band.
It was Brian's band.
Right, I know.
It was Brian's band. He got everybody into the blues and Muddy Waters.
It seems like something dark was going on there.
Yeah, when the Hollies played a tour with the Rolling Stones, Brian and Mick and Keith were not talking to each other, and Brian came and drove with me and Tony Hicks for the entire tour. He was not a happy boy. He had seen something that he thought that was pure blues and saw it being turned into some kind of spectacle, and he didn't like that. He was a sad boy at the end.
Yeah. But you don't have any clue who might have hurt him or...
Well, the rumors are it was one of the people that were working on his house that got pissed off because he either didn't pay him enough or he upset him or insulted him or something. But, the heavy rumor around the industry is that he was drowned in his pool.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, man, that's so sad.
Yes.
A lot of
but you're saying he didn't like... So like the way the Stones were going?
Yeah. I think, Brian was a purist. He just wanted it to be a blues band, not a shaking your ass, let's get the women band.
Yeah, well, 27 years old. You forget how young that guy was.
That's right, but Jim Morrison, same.
Yeah.
Right? Dwayne Allman.
Did you know Jim?
You know what? I did not know Jim. I met him twice, and the last time that I saw him, he bought my television.
No kidding. What did you charge him?
I was I know exactly, $300.
You have an incredible memory for this stuff. You can even mention the year that you saw Jimi Hendrix and all that.
Yes.
I don't have that kind of...
Sure you do. It's all in there, Howard. You just don't choose to remember.
Is it hard writing a book and pulling out all those facts?
It was fun.
It was?
Yeah, but the one thing that I'm really pleased about it, I can get on with the rest of my life now.
Right, yeah, you got it all out.
You dumped it all out.
It's like taking a massive dump, that's it. Well, you are unbelievable. You are unbelievable.
Well,
I love you.
Thank you.
And I love your music.
Unbelievable life.
And I want to thank you for all of the great listening. I mean, just this past weekend, I had your music out and was just enjoying it. And it really, what an accomplishment in your life.
Thank you, Howard.
I'm proud to say I know you. The great Graham Nash has written a book.
What does he think of music today?
He loves it. Well, it's not the same, right?
It's not the same.
It doesn't have the importance that it used to.
Well, it's not that. It's just that it's taken on a different form. It's now how good you can dance and how far you can stick your tongue out.
Mm.
Graham Nash's new book, Wild Tales. Hey, by the way, Crosby, Stills, and Nash, did they ever consider like a name for the band instead of just Crosby? It was always Crosby, Stills, and Nash?
Always.
Right.
Doesn't that flow off the tongue better than Nash, Stills, Crosby? Yeah.
How did they come up with the order?
I did.
You did?
Yeah, because it rolls off the tongue better. Crosby, Stills, and Nash is like one thing, right?
And maybe that's why you were against, it was all of a sudden Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young.
Yeah, it sounded like a law firm then, right?
Yeah. How many more guys can we add to this thing? Graham Nash's new book, Wild Tales, is in store now, and it's a great book. You got to pick it up. For more information, you go to grahamnash.com, and Graham Nash informs us that he's working on a project where he's not exactly happy with Four-Way Street as a live album, so now he is going to rectify that situation, and he is mastering a brand new live album from Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
From our tour of 1974 with the average audience of 70,000.
And that was a Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young?
Correct.
Oh, well, send me a copy immediately.
You know something, Howard? You're going to call me after I send it to you, and you're going to go, this is stunning.
I would call you, but you won't give me your number.
I'll give it to you right now.
Well, that might be a mistake.
Robin has it.
I might have. Oh, I know. I think she was living with you and Joni Mitchell.
Oh, God.
That's right. And by the way, a fuck you to Art Garfunkel for turning you down. I want to say that right now. Paul Simon, all you guys.
He's kicking himself.
That's
He's
right.
kicking himself.
Yeah, think of all the money he would have had if he had just signed you guys.
Yeah.
Who the hell knows who he signed? All right, listen. Enough of your yentering and reminiscing. Thank you for being here. The great Graham Nash, everybody.
We've been friends for a long time, Howard, and I have great respect for you.
Well, thank you very much, and I love you. And we will be back right after these words.
Mr. Nash, at one point you guys were discussing, the musical revolution that you're a part of, and how that can exist today because of the way media manipulates
That's true.
The industry. Why is Howard important to sort of
because he speaks his mind, and he speaks truth to power. And he gets upset when things are unfair, and he gets upset when he sees half the stuff that's going on. He gets upset when he sees us being lied into wars. He's a very, very bright man, and he speaks his mind, and you've got to applaud that.
You need someone to keep, the anti-revolution in check.
The flame has got to keep burning, and it's people like Howard and my friends who write songs about, the important stuff that's going on today. It's important to have a voice like that, and Howard Stern has an incredible voice and uses it brilliantly.
Do you think there are any current bands today who reflect that voice and are keeping the flame burning as well?
Yeah, I think so. I think people like the Fleet Foxes and the people like this, particularly Jason Mraz. Jason and I are working on an incredible project right now from our friend Spencer Proffer. It's an acoustic album of Jimi Hendrix music. And Jason Mraz has done a version of Angel, Jimmy's song Angel. Stunning. Me and Crosby harmonized with it. It's stunning. Wait until you hear it.
So as long as artists like that still exist,
the flame is alive, and, we feel that we're doing our job, We're really troubadours going from town to town telling, everyone, hey, you know what, the emperor really doesn't have any clothes on. I mean, that's all we are. We're just troubadours.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by today, and good luck with your new book.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Right. So Don John is a new movie. You saw it, I understand?
Yes. Yeah.
So he wrote, directed, stars, he did the whole thing. Wolfie had mentioned that it looked like he was going to be the next Batman.
Yeah.
Dark Knight, and then that just didn't happen. Ben Affleck got the role. So
why did he feel he looked like he was going to be the next Batman?
Because at the end of the movie, he discovers the Batcave, and it just assumed.
Who was he in Batman? I forget.
He was. Do you know who was he in Batman?
He played
a detective, right?
Yeah, a cop that was working with Gordon, and at the end, it pretty much intimated that he was going to be the next one.
Right.
Because the detective discovered Batman's cave?
He got into the Batcave, he looked around.
But Batman was still alive, so why would he be the next Batman?
Well, people thought it was going to be maybe Robin.
Oh.
He's he's on fire right now in terms of he's got good roles and everything. Why go out on your own and do, why make your own movie and take that chance when you could just take great roles?
Okay. All right, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's here. He's our next guest. Look at this.
What is this, The Tonight Show?
Yeah, huh? Hey, let me ask you a question. The new movie, Don John, he directs it, he wrote it. He's been working on it for like a million years.
You know, this is a young man who was a child actor and has really progressed.
Thanks very much.
Yeah. Hey, man, good to meet you.
Pleasure's mine. Pleasure's mine.
Enjoying your movies and stuff. You know, the question always is, I would say your career... Hey, good seeing you.
Pleasure, man. Thanks for having me.
I would say your career is on fire. You're doing really well.
Thanks.
You know what I mean? You've been in a lot of good movies.
Thank you.
Were your agents upset with you, or whoever talks to you about your career?
Yeah.
Were they upset that you decided to direct and write and star in your own movie? In other words, I'm sure you get offered a lot of cool roles.
Yeah, I mean, and if you were just looking at it like from a money perspective, it's not necessarily the most go-to surefire way to maximize profit.
That's the thing. So did anyone sit you down and say, look, you've got a bunch of movies, you can only do so many a year. Listen, son, enough with the directing and writing. I love the movie,
do
by
that
the way.
when things
Thanks,
slow
man.
down.
You liked it. That means a lot to me.
Great. Well, first of all, it's like an R-rated movie that you don't see that anymore. All you see is like these big sort of superhero movies.
Sure.
And what I liked about it is you're dealing with an adult topic.
Yeah.
Every guy I know jerks off way too much.
Every guy?
This would be your movie.
Yeah. I mean, you just shook my hand. I'm pretty sure I just finished jerking off. I got to tell you, it really deals with a topic that I couldn't take my eyes off the screen.
Thanks,
I love
man.
the movie.
Thank you. You're right. And when it's rated R, you get to talk like people actually talk. You don't have to restrict yourself.
And I think women will like this movie because it lets it out of the bag that this is how guys watch pornography.
Sure.
And that we'd rather jerk off sometimes than be with a woman because it's less aggravation. And then there's kind of a love story there where you kind of come to a full realization type thing,
Yeah, and it also shows both sides because the character that Scarlett plays, her character, she's
hot, man.
She's very hot, but she watches just as many romantic comedies as my character watches pornography. So it does kind of tell it from both sides, which is, I think, why... Yeah, both men and women have been really digging it.
Did you have to cut a lot of this stuff out because they wanted to give you an X rating on this movie?
I didn't cut anything out. No time, no lines, no beats.
Really?
I did change. So there's a few montages in the movie just to explain. You've seen it, but for people who haven't seen
There's a lot of hardcore,
It's sampled from real pornography clips, but it's very carefully edited and cropped, and it's, it fits into a rated R movie. I always wanted it to be a rated R movie.
I love it because when I made my film, I made it rated R because I wanted to make an adult movie. Private parts. I wanted to make an adult movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And deal with some adult themes.
Well, when I first started thinking of the movie as this kind of comedy, I was in the middle of shooting 50-50. I don't know if you've seen that movie. I was in.
Yes,
and that's the Seth Rogen and that whole gang of guys. They make rated R comedies.
That's right.
And they improvise a lot, and they can talk how they talk in real life.
Yeah.
Because if look. And you can say this on the radio now, right? Fucking shit and whatnot.
Yeah,
when I was growing up, you couldn't say that on the radio on your show.
No. Not only had to make up weird
No, because that was real radio. This is satellite.
Like bullshit,
But was it bleeping, or you just couldn't say the stuff?
You just couldn't say it.
Yeah, you would just avoid it.
You'd find creative ways of trying to talk like a normal person,
Right.
But even that I'm here now, I don't want to just use profanity for the sake of it. But if it works in, then great. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if it's just an emphasis, an accentuation, maybe.
When I watched the movie, I said, "Oh, Tony Danza, interesting choice for the guy to play your father."
Isn't he awesome in it?
I thought he was great and funny, but I didn't realize when you were a kid actor, you worked with Tony Danza.
It was our 20-year reunion in Angels in the Outfield in 1993, and I was 12.
So I think it was the guy who was in Batman with you, Christopher. What's his name? I can't think of the guy's name.
Who, Christian Bale?
Christian Bale. Did he tell you not to direct your own movie and write a movie? Didn't somebody advise you?
Oh, yes. That's something that went around on the internet. That's not really true. But what they're talking about is Christopher Nolan, who directed.
Oh, Christopher Nolan.
Yeah,
right,
the Dark Knight trilogy and Inception, and he was really supportive. I was working on The Dark Knight Rises when I finished the draft of the script, and I told him I think I want to direct something. And what he started doing was asking me questions, and he did ask me like, "Are you sure you want to act and direct at the same time?" He also asked me, what kind of budget do you think you're going to try to do? Are you going to get a big studio to try to pay for?
What was your budget? Was that a big budget? That's not a big budget film, is it?
It was a very low budget movie. It had like about half the budget of 500 Days of Summer, which has about a third of the budget of the lowest budget movies.
What's the budget on your new movie?
It was like $4 million.
Don John. Wow, looks bigger than that.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Dude, it's been coming for years. I've been working towards this.
You're really excited about this. And I don't blame you, because this is really your baby.
Yeah, it's the first time I've ever had the story in my head. I mean, like, I know how I want to do it. I know how I want to tell the story. I know I want to shoot it and cut it and score it and everything, and went and made it.
And you really started thinking this up in 2008?
The first ideas, yeah. The first ideas of like a Don Juan type of character who watches too much pornography, and a princess type of character who watches too many romantic comedies.
Right. The typical guy who just thinks he's hot shit, and the fact that he can fuck anything he wants, but regardless of that, he doesn't care. He wants to jerk off.
Well, he likes the one-way thing. He doesn't want to actually deal with a person, another human being. He likes just having it.
How much of this is autobiographical, in the sense that if this whole script came out of your head?
Have you had a phase like that?
Have you been in relationships with women where you go, you know what, she's a fucking pain in my ass, and I'd just rather jerk off? Is that what?
I haven't had long relationships with women like that, because I don't stay in relationships if the woman's like that.
What is that? But you have had long relationships with women, but but you're quick to run. Is that because you're famous and you're worth about $25–30 million, and why get married?
Hard to argue against that. I don't think so. I think I'm a pretty good person and a good boyfriend. And yeah, I wouldn't want to be with someone if they were going to be disrespectful to me.
Do you think that you ever could get married to someone and be faithful for the rest of your life?
That's a really good question.
No is the answer.
Yes, your girlfriend is asking that question.
I think that I could partner up with somebody. I don't know who that somebody is. I could partner up with a woman and commit to, like, okay, we're going to raise a family. And that's this project we're going to stick to for whatever it is, 20-something years.
But you don't think you could be sexually monogamous?
No, I think during that time, if that was part of it and it made sense, I could be sexually monogamous. After that, once the kids are out of the house, you know, things go so fast. My life changes so much.
You love meeting new people. You can't. Nothing.
Who knows if it's the better thing for me or the better thing for her? Or maybe I will spend the rest of my life with her. My parents are still together. My grandparents, you know, I had 75 years of marriage or something.
Did your parents push you into being a child actor?
Not at all. That's an important question. I'm glad you asked.
Yeah,
because I was a kid when I was working. I started when I was 6.
That's what I'm saying. So how can you say your parents didn't?
I swear to you, they did not. I remember it very particularly. I remember. Well, I was in
wait a second. Your family. Okay. Your grandfather was a film director.
He was. That's true. Yeah.
Your father was an artist.
No, he was a journalist. He was on the radio.
He was on the radio.
Yeah,
Pacifica,
he did news.
Right? But he was a news guy.
Yeah.
And your mom was something of an actress or something.
No, not an actress. She worked at the same radio station my dad did. She was doing journalism stuff, and then she also. You're thinking of, she ran for Congress at one point under the Peace and Freedom Party.
Pretty incredible parents. I mean,
they are incredible parents.
Accomplished people. You see a close relationship. You see marriage. There's something there that you see not right, though, right? Because it's not for you.
I didn't say it's necessarily not for me. I said I didn't know if it was or wasn't.
Right.
I like to not be too committed to any one future that's really far away necessarily, unless there's a reason, which is why I'm saying if you were going to raise a family and say, like, we're going to raise these kids, that's the reason we're staying together, we're going to do it right the whole time,
so
I can see making that commitment.
Think Don John is autobiographical, in a sense. It's an exaggeration. Do you masturbate to porn in your personal life?
I have. Yes,
you have?
Sure.
Do you feel that you have an addiction to porn?
Do I feel that? No, I wouldn't say that. No,
do you sometimes personally prefer porn to being with a real woman?
Well, I've had some sex with women that wasn't so good. I think we all have at some point or another. I've also had lots of sex that was good, you know.
I used to be obsessed with this. The reason I love your movie, Don John, is because I feel I was obsessed with, I got to have sex, I got to have sex, I got to have sex.
Yeah.
And then it occurred to me that I didn't need that much sex.
It becomes like a thing that you're consuming, and you keep score, you know, against your buddies. It becomes a competition,
right.
You know, as opposed to a connection with another person. That's the whole story of Don John, is this guy that can't connect with anybody. And it's the women in his life. It's also the family you see with the Tony Danza scenes.
Yeah, I think you've tapped into a lot of what a lot of people are going through, that they can't connect with real people.
Right.
can't stay in a relationship. They don't see the joy in it, and they don't see the beauty in it.
And they're used to this sort of one-way satisfaction given by whatever media they consume, whether that's pornography or television. You know, let's talk about people being addicted to television or just any kind of media, or
thinking that television people are their friends. Yeah, that's their whole relationship.
Are you like one of those hippie kind of guys? Like you won't watch that much TV? You strike me as one of these guys. You know what I mean?
I mean, I like my things that I like to watch.
Yeah, what do you watch now on TV?
On
Breaking
TV?
Bad?
I haven't kept up with that. No, I mean,
Really?
I watch the NBA. I'm excited. I'm a Lakers fan.
So you
watch sport?
Really just the Lakers.
Are you a fan of any television, though? I'm talking about, like, dramas on TV.
Episodic
and this kind
television.
Of thing?
Sure, yeah. I mean...
Anybody you admire?
Dramas on TV. Louis C.K. I mean, it's not a drama exactly, but that is brilliant. He makes, I think, brilliant little half-hour movies.
Because you were pissed off when in your career. You were a child actor. You worked on...
I was pissed off. Be nice. What do you mean?
No, we're going to get to this. You were on 30 Rock from the Sun. Or whatever
Third Rock.
Third Rock from the Sun. I don't know any of that.
30 Rock from the Sun.
I'm out of it, man. You know, I'm on a whole nother trip.
Every single person always makes that mistake.
All right, Third Rock from the Sun. You were on there. You were a kid.
Yeah.
And I admire you. You said the final year of that show, you said, "Fuck it, I'm not going to that anymore. I'm going to college."
Well, that's yeah,
right?
Okay, that is true.
That's admirable because you probably turned down a lot of money.
Yeah.
But you were smart. You said, you know what? I want to go get an education. I want to go have a real life.
And the producers of that show were really generous to let me out of the contract.
Where'd you go to college?
To Columbia here in the city.
Right. So you're a smart guy. You go to Columbia. You're probably getting tons of pussy because you were on TV.
You had been on TV.
Yeah, right. See, I never, and maybe that is part of what this movie's about. I don't know, but I never was able to be honest, it always freaked me out too much. I grew up, I was, on TV and movies and stuff since I was a kid. So, like, getting attention from girls for that reason, I've always had a bit of a phobia about it, in a way.
So when you go to Columbia, how did you know if a girl was really into you?
That's a really good question. I asked myself all the time.
What's the test? Do you give them some, hey, do you know who I am? Or
Yeah, I don't think there is one test. It's kind of a case-by-case, thing. You just have to kind of...
to find a real person.
Do you think you know now? Do you think you can figure it out?
I think I have a pretty good sense with everybody, but yeah.
I admire that you were able to say no to Hollywood. Now, I'm not bullshitting you. I find it in my own life very difficult to say no to things. It's very, very, you want to almost grab everything.
That's the only power you have as an actor is to say no. You can choose what project you do. Well, you can say no to the rest.
That's why I admire that you made your own movie and you wrote it because financially, the grab would be for, hey, my career is hot.
Yeah.
I got a lot of good stuff going on. Let me grab at something here. But you made and it could be a very wise movie because I think you've directed a really good movie and this could lead to more directing.
Thanks, man. Well, I hope so, too. I'm really glad you liked it.
But saying no to Hollywood.
Well, who are your heroes?
When saying no to Hollywood, when you're, a young guy and you're on Third Rock from the Sun and walking away from it all and going to college, shows you're together.
Thanks.
It does. It's psychological. Did you ever go in therapy?
I never did, no.
Never saw a psychiatrist?
Why would he go into therapy? He's still young. He hasn't made any mistakes.
He's also he's beaten off a lot, according to his He might be beating off too much.
Who are your heroes?
Clearly,
who do you admire
clearly me.
in show business? Clearly you. Yes, okay.
Let's see. Who do I admire in show business?
Like in the movie-making industry.
Well, there's a director named Hal Ashby that made Harold and Maude and
great movie.
Shampoo and Being There and
that's a great director.
Let's see. I mean, Woody Allen. I love his movies.
When you so you leave Third Rock from the Sun, you go to college. And suddenly then you decide, hey, I'm done with college. I want to go back and act.
Yeah.
And you were getting offered some TV roles, but you wanted to get into film.
Yeah.
That was a hard time for you, right? Because everyone was saying, he's trying to make a comeback.
That's just it. I couldn't get a job.
Right. And the TV didn't interest you. You wanted to be a film actor.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, again, you had to turn down shit.
You're right.
See what I'm saying?
For a lot of money, if you want to know the truth.
Well, what did you get offered? Yeah. Did you get offered some cool TV shows that became big hits?
I don't remember, any like that. I mean, I got offered some TV shows, but I don't remember any particular that became hits.
And when you say big money, you're not kidding, because for a kid just out of college, in a sense, getting offered these TV roles, it's a lot of money a week. Isn't
Television, yeah, like network television like that is quite a payday.
So you kept getting offered this stuff. You stuck to your guns. And what was the role in the movie that finally broke for you, that you got something?
I mean, there was one Sundance, the Sundance Film Festival. I had a couple movies there, these little indie movies, one called Mysterious Skin, one called Brick, and, then it's Scott Frank, who made The Lookout, saw Mysterious Skin, and then Chris Nolan, who saw, he put me in Inception. And it goes kind of one thing to another. I've been working a long time, and it's just been
At the end of Batman, The Dark Knight.
Right, The Dark Knight rises. Howard.
It's sort of implied that your character was either going to be Robin to Batman, or maybe even in some way become Batman.
Right.
Because that's what it led us to believe.
Yeah.
And now they just announced that Ben Affleck's going to be Batman.
That's right.
Was there some sort of notion that you would be the next Batman? I think you could be a good Batman.
Thanks. Well, that's a huge compliment. Thanks very much.
And I'm a big Batman fan.
Are you? Me too. I love Batman.
Huge. I'm a big comic book guy. So was there any discussion about you being the next Batman?
There wasn't, no. And Chris Nolan directed a trilogy. His plan was always to have 3 movies. He said very specifically, The Dark Knight Rises will be the 3rd and final story of this trilogy that I'm making.
Right.
And I think it's a really good ending because it talks about it throughout, that Batman is more than a man and it's a symbol and we all have a hero within us. And so to have somebody else in the Batcave at the end of that trilogy, not Bruce Wayne, I think is a really cool ending.
So were you kind of shocked when they chose Ben Affleck? Because maybe you thought somewhere along the line you'd get the offer.
No, I was not because, like I said, it's a story that Chris Nolan told with those 3 movies.
Right.
So I wasn't expecting the next time Batman showed up, it to be part of that Chris Nolan story,
How important is it to you to be in physical shape as an actor? Seriously, because you're a good-looking dude.
Hey, thanks.
If I may say.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, you got a good look to you. I wish I
looked love in this studio.
No. You're a handsome guy. I'm going to be honest.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I would like to look like you.
Richard Simmons was just trying to get you to say something romantic. You saved it for...
While you're wearing to you, I'll say something romantic. Well, you're wearing a T-shirt. I can see you're in pretty good shape. You know what I mean? You got a good look to you. Do you go to the gym? Do you hit it every day?
So when I was making Don John, I went to the gym a lot.
You were pretty pumped up.
Yeah, a lot. I put on a bunch of weight, eating and working out every day.
Is that the trick? You have to put on weight?
Yeah.
And who trains you? Like, you get a guy?
I did. I hired a guy, and his name's Aaron, and I actually knew him because he trained Channing Tatum, who's a friend of mine.
And he teaches you what to eat so you'll gain weight, but you don't get a big belly because you work out like a motherfucker.
Because you work out so much that you just eat and eat and eat and eat.
What's the regimen? I gotta get some size on me. It's ridiculous.
I don't think the bodybuilding's all that healthy, really. It's really just a looks thing, which is why I wanted it for that character. Is again, he's like this vain dude. Everything in his life is this, this one-way street. So he goes to the gym and he looks in the mirror and he does his curls and, it's chest on Monday, back on Tuesday.
You were doing the heavy workouts, right?
I was doing that 5 days a week.
It doesn't blow you out? I mean, to the point that you like when I try to work out heavy, I can barely function. Like, I can't get on the radio and do a decent show.
It's like a part-time job, and it's not that healthy for you. I did another movie where I rode a bike every day.
Right.
Where I was playing a bike messenger, and I rode every day. That I felt healthy when I was riding a bike every day.
Right.
But doing the bodybuilding, eating all that food and putting on all that weight, it didn't feel healthy. It looked...
And after you shoot,
looks like it looks.
And after you shoot Don John, then you just like, hey, screw it. I'm not gonna put this kind of regimen in anymore, right? That's it. It's ridiculous.
I don't have time. That was a lot of time out of my day.
How many pounds did you gain for Don John?
12 pounds.
12 pounds of solid muscle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Well, I'm small. I have a slender frame. I'm not one to naturally.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'10".
It's my type.
This is going so well.
I know. Huh? So you
two are going to have a date after this.
When you worked with Daniel Day-Lewis, you play
Lincoln.
You play Lincoln's son.
Mm-hmm. Is there water I can drink some water?
What are you, a big shot? You need water?
Can you hear
it with your own water?
Sit back down.
Hey, wait,
is this where I'm supposed to be sitting, by the way?
How's it? You're getting a little too fucking comfortable asking for water. Let me understand something here. When you work with a guy like Daniel Day-Lewis, as an actor, he says he stays in character all day long. I don't know if that was hype for the movie or what.
No.
He was in He was Lincoln.
He was Lincoln when he wasn't Lincoln.
Is that weird?
I was so impressed, and I don't know how you feel about his work, but I think he's sort of
terrific.
A unique phenomenon. It's brilliant, the shit he does. So whatever it takes, I'm down.
But did Lincoln take a car to the studio?
So he's not exactly always.
They let them get crazy.
It's more of like he stays in the voice, he stays in the mood. If you wanted to talk to him, it's not that you couldn't talk to him, but you weren't gonna. I wasn't gonna say like, oh, what about those Lakers? I was gonna be like, look at this painting that's on the wall or something if we were going to talk.
Because you're talking to Lincoln.
Yeah, to stay
But he doesn't show up in a horse and carriage when he comes to the set.
But when I arrived, I received or I found a note that he had written me on old paper with a quill and ink.
Wow.
And he apparently in penmanship that he had studied that is similar to, I mean, he obsesses for a year before he does a role, and he just works the character for a year.
Wow.
But is that, I don't know what your technique is when you act. Did you have it? Did you go to acting school?
I took some acting classes when I was little, like 9, 10, 11,
Right.
but
you
other
never,
than that, I haven't studied.
At Columbia, you didn't study acting at all?
No.
You did, what was your major in Columbia?
I dropped out before I picked a major, but it would have been like French. I studied quite a bit of French.
Why? No one speaks French. Why not speak Spanish?
That is true. I think I was studying it more. I learned probably as much about English in studying French as I did.
Oh, you dropped out of school.
And I dropped out of school.
Oh, I was complimenting you that you went to school. And
you thought he finished.
I got a good, I think, school experience.
How many years did you last?
About. I was in the middle of. No, I'd started my 3rd year when I stopped.
And then you said, "This is bullshit. I'm going back to Hollywood."
You know what actually happened is for my 21st birthday, I got myself a copy of Final Cut, the video editing software, and I got so into it, and I would just stay up all night, shooting little videos, putting them on my computer, cutting them, because then you can really make movies. Once you're editing, it's not just shooting stuff. You can, make them into movies.
Aren't you shocked at these digital cameras that you could sit there and shoot your own stuff, and it's almost like a movie quality, right?
It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, it's like, it's mind-blowing.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
You could really make a short film out of your house with software and cameras that really, it's not that expensive.
Absolutely. You can make one on your phone nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean, look, it's not that everybody can afford it. There are people that don't have computers and cameras and
Didn't you once you hate the paparazzi, right? You hate that whole scene.
It's kind of true, yeah.
Yeah. Why? Did you have a bad experience with the paparazzi?
Every experience with them is bad. They're rude. They're hostile people in general.
So you made a short film. Did you do that sort of on your own, like a little...
That was actually right around, I think I was 22, and I was just learning Final Cut.
Right.
And I was walking down the street. These guys came up to me and started taking my picture, which doesn't really happen to me very much, and certainly didn't 10 years ago.
Right.
And I had my camera on me, so I started shooting them and having a conversation with them, and I cut it down into this video. It was the first video I ever put up on YouTube.
Right.
A long time ago.
Yeah, and so your hatred for the paparazzi...
Now, hatred is a very strong word, man.
well, you don't like the whole Hollywood gossip scene and stuff, and
How do you stay out of it, a young guy, single guy?
You can't.
I don't know. I'm kind of boring. I like to work all the time. That's mostly what I do.
So get back to when you work with Spielberg.
Yeah.
Are you sitting there almost studying Spielberg more than you are even thinking about your own role in the film? Because I would imagine as a guy who wants to direct, and now you're directing your first film, I would just sit there and soak in whatever this motherfucker's doing.
And I certainly did. And that's also, I think, the best way to do your job as an actor is to understand what the director needs.
Does he give you a lot of direction when you play Lincoln's son? Does he come to you and go, hey, listen, this is what I need you to do? What does he think?
Yeah, sure.
What is that voice?
He's got
that's your Steven voice.
He's got a little thing going on there, right? Seriously, is he the type, like Woody Allen doesn't give you any direction, right?
That's what I've heard. I don't know.
Right, you never work with the guy.
No.
But Steven Spielberg will tell you, he won't tell you how to be.
No, and he's actually, what he was really good at doing on Lincoln is taking the energy that the actors are bringing and figuring out, okay, I know how to capture this, and he can do it so deftly. And again, because Daniel is playing with such sort of organic spontaneity, Steven would have this uncanny ability to be like, oh, you're going to do it that way? Great, cool. Give me 1 second, I'm going to set up this shot. And he would say, Mr. President, can you please take a step to the left? And he'd set up a shot.
He had
so
to call
quick.
Daniel Day-Lewis Mr. President.
He called him Mr. President, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Everyone called him Mr. President.
What a weird set.
Come on. Does it sometimes just get a little surreal for you? Like this is just a weird world that you live
Surreal
in?
is a great thing. That's what I'm after.
I
What do
know,
you think
but what
acting's about? That's the thrill of it, is going into some other place, becoming some other person.
But
you know? That's what makes it fun.
Whatever you do to be an actor, once they say cut, I don't think you walk around as Lincoln's son, right? You don't,
Yeah, you're right.
You
You're
don't
right.
say you don't go and say I'm Joseph Gordon Lincoln, and you don't.
No, I do not. No, but I stay in the mood a bit. Doing Don John was interesting because I was going back and forth because I was directing at the same time.
Yeah.
And I think
did you tell Scarlett Johansson what to do, or do you feel kind of weird about it?
It was more collaborative than that, but sure, yeah.
How'd you get her to be in the movie? You send her the script and just pray?
I did pray. I wrote it with her in mind the whole time, and I went and visited her. She was shooting The Avengers in Albuquerque. Right. I flew myself to Albuquerque because I wanted to talk to her before she read it.
Right.
And we had this really great conversation about, men and women and love and sex and relationships and the media and how people develop unrealistic expectations.
But if you're making a film like Don John for a couple of $1 million, you've got to then sit down with her and say, look, I need you to do this for almost free.
That's right.
And you give her some, back end?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not supposed to say that, but yeah.
But yes.
Yeah.
Well, what else are you
Well,
gonna do?
and she deserves it. She was a big part of why the movie was able to get financed. If she hadn't agreed, we wouldn't have been able to raise those few $1 million.
No, and her name, you can get more of a release. Are you getting a wide release, or is
it's a wide release? Yeah, it's coming out in like 2,000-some screens.
So the studios and the movie owners and stuff, the movie theater owners, they all believe in the film.
Yeah.
Did you go to the festivals, or did you just...
We did the festivals. Well, yeah, because we made it independently without a studio behind it, and the idea was to go take it to Sundance, where you can hopefully get it picked up, and that's what happened.
What's Scarlett Johansson's story? Is she married, or she got a boyfriend or something?
She's
I don't know anything about her.
She's engaged.
Oh,
yeah.
you can't even fuck around with her. Or maybe you did.
You know what?
Know.
It's better for the movie, and movie was my baby, so I it's better for the movie if you don't fuck around outside of.
But don't
rolling.
you really? It's not a cliche. You do need to be turned on by your leading lady, especially if.
And of course, I was turned on by her, and between action and cut, it's
So in other words,
it wasn't bad.
like you were falling in love with her during the making of the movie.
Acting is a funny thing about what you're feeling. Are you really falling in love, or is your character falling in love, or are you,
Are you confused by that?
Sometimes I'm confused more. I'm stimulated and inspired, and I love that because it goes to show that our feelings are something that we do have power over.
I'm not trying to be shocking here for a minute, but when you're in doing a bet, because you have some graphics, not graphic, but I mean you're really with her.
You're rubbing up against each other.
You're rubbing up against her.
Sure.
You don't get an arousal when you're working with her?
Of course.
And do you apologize to her and say, listen, I'm aroused now, I have a full erection.
Nice sound effect.
I'm a method actor.
I've heard someone said that this is a Denzel Washington quote. I have never met Mr. Washington, so I don't know if he really said this. But
right.
Apparently he said, what did he say? Like, forgive me if I do get an erection, forgive me if I don't, basically.
Right.
Because it's not exactly an erotic situation. You've got all this crew all around you. You're shooting it for little pieces. It's a bit of a craft.
I don't understand the craft of it, because when I did my movie, no matter what woman they put me with, and I had scenes, I'd be erect. I really was. I'm being honest as I can be. I was aroused. I mean, I don't know, with a woman. I mean, what do I know
that
about
makes you an authentic actor, Howard. You're really feeling the scene.
I'm more in the Daniel Day-Lewis school.
Yes, clearly.
I'm like,
clearly.
The scene says I am erect.
You're biologically connected to your character.
But you could lay in a bed with Scarlett Johansson and do some really fucking heavy making out, grab her titties, whatever, and still not get an erection.
I don't think I didn't get an erection.
So what do you do?
I can't confirm or deny whether I did or did not.
But do you say to her ahead of time, look, we got to work this out. I want you to know you're an attractive woman, and this could possibly happen. I'm not trying to
No, we don't need to talk about it.
You don't?
No. It's not that she doesn't know, though.
Yeah, exactly. Like she felt it.
Yeah.
Wow. Did she say to you, listen, calm down, Junior?
No.
Well, wait a minute. What about if the woman gets too into it?
So there you have it. I think we were both, look,
are you kidding?
We're playing two characters that were enjoying each other. And
I know an actress. I'll never mention the name. I heard she demanded penetration in love scenes. Like, I'm not fucking with you. And this chick was hot. Like, this is someone you know. She would say, listen, if we're doing this, let's go. And that's something, man? You could put her in your next movie if you want. That's how I would play it.
Yeah, I'll set it up. I'll make some demands.
Absolutely. You did Saturday Night Live, right?
Yeah, I've done it twice.
Yeah, you're pretty good at it.
Thank you. Thank you.
That make you nervous at all?
I love it, man. It makes you very nervous.
Being live, right?
Extremely exhilarating, yeah.
And Spielberg doesn't make you nervous when you do, act in front of him.
It's different. I was pretty nervous too when I first met Daniel. Yeah, and was first working.
Does
with
Daniel approve you or Spielberg approve you?
You know, it was a real flattering thing because I was told that Daniel asked for me to play that part.
He did?
Wow. Yeah.
How did he know your work? What movie attracted him to you?
That's a good question. You know, I never asked him that.
He said, I want you for the movie. And then they bring you in. Do they make you read or you don't have to?
That time I did not. No.
Wow.
He sent me text messages, actually. He's quite an eloquent texter.
Really?
Daniel, yeah.
And, man, he wanted you for that film.
I know, man. That's a real honor because he's one of my favorites. He really disappears.
Yeah, you're on his radar.
Yeah,
that's why, you see, that's why it was risky for you to direct your own movie, because when you get that kind of accolades, for you should just be acting all the time and raking in the dough.
Yeah, you know.
Look, Daniel Day-Lewis doesn't do that. He waits.
You're absolutely right about that. You know what? He does. He waits like crazy.
Are you going to play Doctor Strange? Have you heard this?
No.
I heard a rumor that you're a potential lead for Doctor Strange, which is a great comic.
Is it? I don't know.
Oh, Doctor Strange is weird.
Okay.
I mean, that's an acting challenge.
Is that right?
I like to see you do it.
What's he like?
He's mysterious.
Yeah. Does he have a superhero power?
Yeah, he's got all kinds of shit going on. Yeah, I mean, it's a whole thing.
What's so strange about him?
He's Doctor Strange.
I know, but why?
Well, you gotta be strange.
Listen, I have nothing to do with
pitching me this thing.
I'm not attached. I just wanted to know if you were up for it. That's all.
No.
Well, listen to me. This is exciting. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Why the three names? Why Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
Yeah, because, mostly assassins have those names.
That's right.
I didn't know that. My mom's name is Jane Gordon, and my dad's name is Dennis Levitt. And when they had kids, my brother and I took both their names.
Well, it's good for acting. I mean,
Is it good for acting?
Yeah, because I think if you're just like Joseph Levitt.
Right, doesn't have the
boring.
same...
or Joseph Gordon. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Now, that has a ring.
Yeah,
all right, I'll tell you. It sounds nice when you say it, Robin.
It does. it truly does. So what's the game plan? The movie's going to open up. Are you the type that's going to shit your pants on Friday? like, when do you get word how the movie's doing? When does that happen?
Money-wise?
Money-wise.
Yeah,
Let's talk cash.
Friday.
You'll know if people are going to see the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think with this movie, because people really actually like it when they see it, that's why they've been screening it all over the country a lot, because...
You want to get buzz going.
And more even than the advertisements, people that actually see the movie itself really like it. So I think you might not be able to judge it by Friday, because people that see it on Friday are going to tell their friends to go see it Saturday and Sunday and the next weekend, hopefully.
How important is it for you to do this, to see a big box office on this movie? Like, what would make you happy? How much dough did we have to bring in this weekend?
Yeah, the truth is, as far as like professional satisfaction, what matters to me and what the box office numbers would make a difference is what kind of job I could do next. How much money could I raise to do my next movie?
That's what it's all about. If the movie's a hit.
And honestly, man, like that's already feeling really good. I feel like I'll be able
You're on track.
I'll be able to make what I don't know exactly what movie I want to direct next, but I'm thinking I'm going to be able to, and that feels like the success.
Is Scarlett helping you promote the movie, or are you just
absolutely?
Sort of, she is. She's going out. She's doing all the shows and everything. Yeah, she was just on Jimmy Fallon and et cetera. Julianne Moore's doing it. Tony's doing it. Everyone's Julianne
supporting
Moore,
her.
how's it working with her?
Fantastic. You want to talk about a good
I've met her a few times socially. She's very standoffish with me. I don't think she likes me.
Oh, really? That's not been
nice.
My experience with her at all.
Well, I'm me, People have a strange reaction to me. I don't know why.
Is that right?
No, not everybody, but some people are standoffish. I don't know that she doesn't like me, but I mean, she's not.
I think she might find you intimidating.
I've actually sat next to her at dinner parties. And
she didn't talk to you?
Literally has turned her back on me.
She's so sweet and generous and funny with me, yeah. She's really funny in this movie.
Do you think maybe you and Scarlett Johansson should release like a secret tape of her twerking on you or something? You know what I mean? Or to
you think that's what we need to sell the flick?
Something viral. I don't know. I'm trying to think outside the box.
We were thinking of coming on your show. That was our plan.
That would have been nice. That would be fun. But you know, the thing is with this movie, you've been writing the thing and trying to get it done since 2008.
Yeah.
This is a long process.
You're
I'm
right.
going to do some math. I think this is 2013. Now,
yeah.
Yes,
2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's 5 years of your life.
You're right.
Give or
take.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I wasn't working on it full time that whole time.
Yeah.
2008, 9. I'm probably more.
$24 million. Would that make you happy? Box office this weekend?
I'm not gonna bet a number. I'm not gonna bet a number. Don't make me bet a number.
If I told you today,
don't make me do it.
I've got a crystal ball. The film brought in $24 million. Would you be jumping up and down?
Absolutely, sure.
You would be thrilled.
Yeah, but that's.
If I told
so
you,
would Hollywood.
if I told you the film brought in $10 million.
Yeah, man. This movie cost $3.
So that's all we need.
Yeah, it's a win, man.
If we make $10 million this weekend.
Oh, no, I don't want to bet a number, man.
You're a nervous fucking wreck, aren't you?
Well, yeah, maybe I'm superstitious. I don't know. Like, no good can come of this, Howard.
If you put 5 years of your life into something,
if I put 5 years of my life into something,
you want to see it pay off.
Yeah, but to me, the money it makes is not what's going to make it pay off or not.
Right.
That was never the intention of doing this. If I wanted to make maximum money, Don John is not necessarily. I would have made a horror movie. I would have, produced a reality TV show or something.
Right.
You know, if I wanted to make maximum dough.
I think the movie will do well, and I will tell my fans I really did love it.
Thanks, man.
I really did. I think you did a great job.
Thank you. You thought it was funny?
I thought it was funny. I thought it was engaging, and I thought it was actually
awesome,
sweet.
Man.
At the end, I thought it was sort of romantic.
Thank you. Thanks, man.
You know, as romantic as a movie about a guy who jerks off all the time can be. And I
These
thought it was
were the
unusual.
notes you wanted to hit.
Yes, I thought it was an unusual film too, which is good.
I wanted to make something bold and take a risk. If I were gonna, put all the work into making the movie, I wanted.
And I thought your directing was strong. You know what I mean? Like I didn't see any weird cuts or some kind of strange bullshit. You know what I mean? When you direct,
he looked like he knew what he was doing.
Who do you rely on when you direct the first time? Because the first time you go in and do it, who's the DP? Is that the guy, the director?
Well,
of
you rely on so many people, man. It's a collaborative process with the DP, the production designer, the editor, the music composer. So many people. You know, it's a.
And
it's
how
a
do you
big
put that
collaborative
team
process.
together?
A lot of them are people that I knew. The producer had produced Brick and Looper, so he knows how to take a little amount of money and make it look like a bigger movie. The DP, I knew people from
Where'd
different.
you shoot that sucker? Because you got to go somewhere where it's cheap, right?
Mostly in L.A.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Is that where you live?
I'm from L.A. I was born and raised there.
Who do you hang with? I mean, and don't give me the dopey regular friends. I mean celebrities. That's what I want. Who's your hang? Yeah.
Who am I friends with?
Channing Tatum?
Chan is a friend of mine.
He's
We've
a good
done
dude.
3 movies together. He has a little cameo in Don John. He's really funny.
That's right.
Yeah, and he's a great dude. Yeah, definitely.
We like him.
Absolutely.
And you can party with him?
Sure. What do you mean by party?
Weed? Smoke weed?
I smoke a lot more weed than he does. He's not a big smoker, no.
You got medical marijuana?
I'm from California, dude. I grew up in L.A. in the Valley.
So you got that card where you can go into the store? And
I don't have a card, no.
Why not? You obviously have medical
I should have a card. Clearly, I have all sorts of medical problems. I'm still stoned from last night, that chocolate I ate.
Is that, you like that better than drinking, smoking weed, huh?
They're two very different things. Drinking can be fun sometimes, but no, weed is more, I certainly do it more often.
I cannot smoke
Is it an everyday thing?
I go through phases sometimes where it's every day. It's not every day these days.
Because I cannot smoke weed.
Yeah. Oh, no?
It's one of the great tragedies of my life.
That's too bad.
I've smoked weed many, many times, and I get insanely paranoid to the point that I'm no fun.
I pace around and have all sorts of good ideas. I was stoned when I first thought of Don John as a comedy.
Do you think marijuana can lead to like a more creative life? Is that one of the?
I think it's different for everybody.
Yeah.
But certainly the way that I use it, I absolutely think it has a positive impact on my creative process.
The pot today is so strong.
It's super strong. You're
Super
right.
strong.
You don't have to smoke that much.
Do you take one hit and you get off, or can you smoke a whole joint?
It depends on how much I'm smoking, you know?
Wow.
I mean,
I admire you.
I mean, it's certainly not for everybody, and I definitely have friends for whom I would say it's a problem. But I also have friends that smoke quite a lot, and for them, it's not a problem.
Doing anything else? Coke, heroin, anything?
No, I don't like that stuff.
You don't. You stay away from anything heavy.
I tried cocaine once or twice and was like, I'm just not impressed. Like, I felt like I could make myself feel like this by myself. I don't need a drug for this.
It doesn't seem to do much. Really.
No, I was not impressed.
I don't understand the addiction to it.
I guess if you never get that feeling of like, okay, yeah, let's go get him, then and you need a drug to do it, I could see how that would be addictive. But
right. I
guess I'm just lucky that I give myself that feeling a lot, like especially with work. Like, I remember the first time I tried cocaine, I was in the middle of doing a play. And every night, eight performances a week, right before you get on stage, you get this little rush.
Right.
You know? And I remember when I tried it for the first time, and I was like, this is kind of the same. Okay, so if you didn't have any other way in your life to give you that rush, I could see it becoming a problem. You start relying on this drug to give you that rush. But maybe I'm just lucky I found another thing in my life that gives that to me.
That's an interesting way of putting it, yeah. Maybe it's the absence of that rush that gets people into it.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah, I
don't
agree
know,
with that.
but I don't like it.
It's
not comfortable. It tastes kind of shitty. I didn't like it.
I tell all the kids not to do it.
Yeah.
You know,
You're not supposed to eat cocaine.
No, but when you snort it up your nose, it gives you that taste in like the back of your throat. You know what I mean?
Acid?
Yeah. I like LSD.
You do. See, that's
I haven't done it very many times. It's so powerful. I've only done it a handful of times. But
that drug fucked me up.
Yeah. Did you do it right? You have to really take care and do it right.
I was by myself. I took a 4-way hit.
Oh, dude. Yeah, that's
that's why drugs are dangerous. They don't tell you. There's nothing.
There's
no instructions.
That's if we're here talking about it on the radio, let me say, because I did just say that I have done LSD, and I even said that I liked it. Let me be really clear. You have to be very careful. It's extremely powerful.
It is.
And you should have someone who's not doing it. You should make sure that wherever you did get it is super trustworthy and someone you know has already taken a dose off it and been fine.
And who is doing that who does drugs?
Oh, you know what? I was a
Nobody's doing that.
I did a 4-way hit of blotter acid, and thank God I did have a friend who I don't think wants to be named, but I did have a friend who helped me out that night who was straight. And if I didn't have him, I think I would have lost my mind, honestly. And the guy I bought it from, he didn't say to me, hey, you're supposed to cut this up to 4 different people. You know what I mean? I didn't know what I was doing.
That's terrible. Yeah, it's dangerous. You have to be really, really careful.
It's the worst. It almost ruined my life. Well, how's a girl get to date you? Seriously, what do we have to do to hook up with you? Are you in a relationship now, or are you single?
I have a girlfriend, but I tend not to really like to talk about it in public.
In the business or out of the business? I see you as one of these guys. You have to have a girlfriend out of the business.
She is not in show business.
See? Yeah, what'd you meet her? Like you met her at a restaurant or something?
We have mutual friends. Yeah.
Got introduced?
She's, we have lots of mutual friends.
You in love with her?
Oh, geez, man. Come on.
Wow.
This is getting private. This is getting private.
How long you been with this broad?
I mean, now this is interesting because I don't want to like, why should we talk about the personal details of my relationship?
I'll tell you why. I'm going to give you a good reason.
Okay.
Why. Somebody once asked me this.
All right.
I'm in love with my wife.
Yeah.
I love this woman.
Okay.
There's no greater joy in my life than even like if we get invited out to an event, holding her hand, even if I have to walk on a red carpet, putting my arm around her, I get tremendous comfort from being with her.
Yeah.
So why all the secrecy? Like, I've talked to people.
Well, maybe everybody isn't finding that, Howard.
Well, maybe not, but they
should. Let me give you a reason. Maybe you'll take this or not. So, but what you and I do is a little different. You get on the air and your performance is as Howard Stern yourself.
Okay.
I get up in movies and I play other people.
That's true.
So when the audience is watching me in movies, I don't want them thinking about me and who I'm dating and blah, blah, blah. I want them to see the character, the story that I'm telling.
But why?
But also, maybe their relationship is developing, and they don't know where it's going to go, and they don't need this kind of scrutiny.
Right, how long have you been with this girl?
What did Robin just say? What did she just say?
I'll tell you why. I've got a relevant point to make. How long have you been with her? 6 months? A year?
What do you want me to? I don't like.
Wow.
I don't like disclosing details like this. I feel like
I don't get that. I still don't, because
what if she doesn't want those details? Does she?
She wants that. She wants you to come out publicly and scream out that you're in love with her.
I'm telling you now that that's not true, actually.
Well, what was she, the Vice President of the United States? She got a
Hillary Clinton
job?
he's with.
What is that? Are you crazy? Was she Sarah Palin?
Yes. Sarah Palin is my girlfriend.
Sarah Palin.
We've been together for a good 6 months.
Look at you. I don't know, man. I don't get that whole thing. Like, I'll watch a talk show and like someone will walk out and go, "I can't talk about my relationship," and I'm like, "Fuck you." Just
no, but seriously, the girl that I'm with, she really doesn't want to be a part of that, and you can imagine not wanting to have that scrutiny.
No, I cannot imagine it.
You can't imagine.
Well, he's like a twin.
She's in love with you. And she's so proud to be in a relationship with you. And she's playing the game, too, that, oh, Joseph Gordon-Levitt doesn't want me to say that I'm his girlfriend. So everyone's like into the whole let's secrecy thing. Listen, you'll go over there, I'll go over there, we'll meet up later. It's a game. Just fuck her and just announce it to the world.
I actually don't think that's the case with this particular person.
It is.
The story you're telling is something I get that certainly happens in life. That happens. But I think that's not true in this particular case.
All right, fair enough. I'll leave you alone with that.
I appreciate that.
The movie is called, I've seen this movie, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt's onto something. Not only I'm proud of this guy because he wrote the movie, he directed the movie, and he stars in the movie, and you made a good movie.
Thanks, man. You're being so cool. I really appreciate it.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'd tell you get the fuck out of here if I didn't think it was good. I really would. I never would have invited you in if I didn't like the movie.
Can I ask you something really quick?
Go ahead, anything.
The show...
I thought you were going to ask me if my cock was small.
No,
most people want to know.
The TV was there. I have this memory of after Saturday Night Live, a long time ago. I would stay up. My brother would stay up and watch Saturday Night Live, and I have an older brother.
Right.
And if I could stay up late enough when I'm a little kid, after SNL, the Howard Stern show would come on like NBC. Am I right?
Yeah. There were different incarnations. I did a show that you probably saw in California. It was for 2 years I did a show. It was like a sketch show.
Yeah,
Saturday
that's
Night Live
it.
type show. And it was out of the... We used to beat...
Wait, that was just local California?
It was local, and we were up against Saturday Night Live here in New York, and we beat them like 3-1 in the ratings because it was an outrageous show. And I remember it. I wrote it with Fred and a guy named Jackie. The three of us wrote the whole thing pretty much. And we had... Some guys wrote other things, right? Fred, Mark Cronin did some writing.
Yeah, you had a few other guys there.
But we basically wrote the whole thing.
Because my brother would stay up late and watch that, and he would always, because I loved SNL, and he was like, nah, the cool thing to watch is the Howard Stern show after that.
Yeah, and let me tell you something, that was a hell of a show. It burned me out, though. It was very hard to...
Too much.
I edited it with two guys in my basement.
Wow. See, I'm in the middle of making a TV show now.
Right. For who?
For this new cable channel called Pivot. You heard of this new channel?
No.
Yeah, there's a new channel. It's like, it just started in August.
Sketch show you're doing?
It's like a variety show. There'll be short films and songs and cartoons and short docs and stuff like that. Are you in it? Yeah, I host it and I'm directing it and I'm performing it. And
How the hell do you have the time?
It's made collaboratively. Like, we use the internet and people are contributing to these different pieces.
Oh, so you're not
This is what I've been doing. This is what I've been doing all year. I went straight from working on Don John to working on this TV show.
I'm just wondering if you shouldn't just cash in and do a couple of big movies.
I'm gonna do another movie soon enough.
What do you got lined up? Anything cool?
I don't have anything lined up yet.
Dude, what do we got to come up with a game plan for you. Don't fuck up. These are years to bank. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. You're right.
You're on fire. Let's do it.
Okay.
Well, let's ask the question. Wait a minute. Like, he was a child star on a hit series. How much money did he make? Did he hold on to the money?
Yeah, I'm really lucky that my dad is really smart with money. and
they weren't looking to rip you off either.
Helped me. They were not. Exactly, because that happens or has happened.
Could the old man make a good living in working for Pacifica Radio, doing news?
He stopped doing that when he had kids.
Yeah, I bet. You can't make a dime doing that.
He started a small business. He's a small business.
What's he do?
He makes like technology and software for mini storage facilities.
You give them dough, or you?
No. He has a small business with like 20 employees, and he's had it for 20-something years. And now I'm starting a business. That's Hit Record is like my company, where I'm not just working for someone else.
For the man. I get it.
That's you, right? You're the man.
Oh,
you're doing pretty damn well with all this, man. Congratulations.
Yeah,
it's
but
crazy.
I work for people. You know, I'm a worker. I'm like blue collar, man. You go in, you get a paycheck.
That's not entirely true. You are more powerful than any of the corporate executives that run the companies. You're way more powerful than any of them.
I'm doing my thing.
Well, then why do they keep firing him?
But you're doing it on your own, though. That's cool. I really admire that you figured out a way to do like your show that was the best for you.
Right.
I admire that. I want to be able to do that as an artist and not just fit into the way that it's always done.
It ain't easy. The new movie, Don John, he directs it, he wrote it. I'm giving it a big thumbs up. You got to go see it, Robin. You'll love it.
Thanks, man.
I can't wait.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure meeting you.
The pleasure was mine.
Hey,
buddy.
real good seeing you.
Likewise.
And,
likewise.
Yeah, and we'll be back right after these words.
Joseph, since you've been acting since you were very young,
yes,
you've done various press junkets and interviews over the years. How is this separate from all the others?
This feels like a conversation. It felt like I met this guy who I know him from his work, and he knows me from my work, and we had never met each other, but we got to know each other a bit. And man, super friendly, generous dude. He's really, really nice. I care a lot about this movie that I've made, and for him to tell everybody who's listening that he really likes it, and for him to clearly mean it, meant a lot. That meant a lot to me.
And now that you are a filmmaker, what do you think is so interesting about Howard's character? What draws people in? What makes him?
That he's honest. That is completely it. That what the conversation he and I just had was an honest conversation. Two guys like getting to know each other. That's interesting to listen to. Most interviews that you hear in the press or whatever, they're not two people just talking and getting to know each other. There's some agenda, there's some show that's being put on, there's, you know, whatever, some kind of preconceived routine or whatever. This was legitimately just a conversation. He and I sat down and talked for an hour. And I think that's interesting to listen to because it feels real, it feels honest.
Absolutely. Well, good luck with Don John. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, it's David Arquette. Here I am, back on the Stern Show, promoting a show called Dream School and a show called Cleaners that I have coming out. And I'm really excited because it's Robin's first day back, and I'm really excited to see her in the flesh. Maybe make another pass, see if it goes anywhere.
A lot of people are noting the coincidence that she's returning on the day you're appearing.
Just saying. I'm just saying.
You've got a magic about you, sir.
She's the magical one.
All right, David Arquette is here. Good friend of the show, David Arquette. He is promoting a show called Dream School.
Hello.
Wow, you look good, dude. Wow. What's with the suit and tie? You look awesome.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Very handsome.
He can go out with Beth.
She looks awesome. It's so good to see you back.
It's good to be seen. Thank you.
Yeah, you know, Robin hasn't been in our studio for 17 months, David. Of course, she was very ill. Yeah. She got ill right after she kissed you.
Yeah, maybe it's all your fault.
I don't know what that is.
Sorry.
But actually, you know, I thought it was a little suspicious, Robin, that you came racing in when you heard David was going to be here.
We could seal that deal right now, Robin.
I am so confused by that whole story that you told the last time. That you and Robin actually had somewhat of a makeout session.
We did.
What were you? But be honest. What were you actually thinking that night? You called Robin or something where you paid for her tattoo.
She was in town, and then she wanted to get a tattoo. We went to Shamrock Social Club.
Did you get a new
Mark
tattoo?
Mahoney. I got plenty of tattoos.
I was watching you on TV the other night, and you had a big tattoo over here on your wrist.
Yeah.
Let me see what's doing there.
King of Hearts.
King of Hearts.
Yeah.
So you took Robin to get her tattoo.
Yes.
Did you get a tattoo with her?
I did.
Chair,
What did you get?
I think I got my grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got a portrait of my grandfather.
And Robin had asked you for some tattoo advice, who to go to, I guess. Yeah. And you offered to pay for her tattoo, which she accepted.
Yeah, Mark Mahoney. He's the best.
Right. And how much did Robin's tattoo cost? She has very expensive taste.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. I took her for wine. She ordered $800 bottle of wine.
I brought her wine at that place.
He bought me a
very fine bottle of wine.
$800?
No.
What do you mean you bought her a bottle of wine where? At the tattoo place?
No, at the
He
store.
brought it with him when he arrived. He had
it. So you had wine when you were getting tattooed?
Yes.
I thought you're not allowed to do that because they say don't be drunk when you're...
Well, maybe we didn't do it inside their place.
So you waited till you got outside. Right, that's good.
Yeah, we stood in with a brown bag.
I like that. People are worried about people being drunk when they get tattoos. But
well, your blood does thin.
It does,
so,
yeah. So, and then you paid for the tattoos.
Yeah.
And then you drove Robin back to her hotel?
No, she got a cab.
One of your friends drove me.
One of my friends drove me?
Yeah, took me back.
Now, when did you kiss her?
Before she left.
All right, so Robin was leaving the tattoo place.
Yeah.
It's a bonding experience when you get tattooed together.
Yeah.
You were feeling good about her. She's obviously delightful.
She is.
The big jugs were talking to you.
I know.
And Robin, he leans in, you describe, to kiss you goodbye, and much to your surprise.
Well, you know how you hug a friend when you're saying goodbye?
Right.
And it became a kiss.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa.
And a kiss on the lips with tongue.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was like, come on, Robin, let's go fuck.
You were ready to fuck her.
Absolutely.
And Robin says no.
She was like, I gotta get up or some kind of, she had some story. She gave me like I was like, all right, I'm not gonna pressure.
What a story that would have been. You fucked David Arquette.
Exactly.
Is she responsible for you breaking up with the beautiful Courtney Cox?
No, that was far after.
Oh, it was far after. Okay, so if Robin was at the start of that would have been fantastic. You know, that you just left your wife for Robin. That's what she's caught. That's what Robin does. So you were quite taken with her that day, and you were ready to fuck.
Who's not?
Right.
Robin's the greatest.
It would have been beautiful.
It's like sleeping with the queen of all media.
Right. And so she says, so how did she let you down? You said, hey, come on, Robin, I'm sure you didn't say, let's go fuck.
No, I was like, what are you doing? You know, I'm trying to through my... You know,
he was still working on his tattoo. His grandfather's face was still being.
Well, he could have gotten back to that to get some nice pussy. He would go right. I don't mean to be crude, but
Nubian princess.
Right.
Yes.
I'll come back and finish this tattoo next week.
I was worried about the tattoo being completed properly.
That's
all right. Well, you're very beautiful that way. So you kissed her and you tongued her.
Yeah.
And you said to her, "Okay, let's go," and she says. No.
Yeah.
Wow. And you're not used to no. I mean, you're a good-looking guy. Are you
kidding?
You're a big star.
Of course I'm used to no.
And you're good-looking, you know?
Oh, I don't know. It was also kind of like... Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Of course.
I'm surprised.
But it was like a fun little thing. And it's just like, what are you doing? Where are you going? Let's go hang out. Let's have some more fun.
Yeah. Let's go see if something fun can happen. You know, like my penis inside of you.
Yeah.
That's fun.
How fun would that be?
How fun? That's fun.
That is fun.
It is.
Especially, we're both single. It wasn't like a...
Well, you weren't with your girlfriend yet.
No, way before her.
Christine. Christina.
Yeah.
Now, what's going on with Christina now? Are you guys... I read you're either together or broken up.
Why would you believe any of these lies?
Well, who else
These guys
am I
are
going to ask?
such
You?
knuckleheads.
I can't ask you. I'm uncomfortable talking directly to you. So you're with that beautiful girl. Still.
Yeah, Christina McClarty. She's my girl. Yeah.
Wow.
She took you seriously.
She did. Yeah.
She fucked you.
She didn't reject me. Although it took a while, actually, for her.
Was Christina upset you were coming here to see Robin today? I'm being serious.
No, she was actually cool, even when I came out with that revelation.
She understood.
She was
Even
like,
she
really?
understood.
You tried to fuck Robin? I was like, yeah, I did.
Yeah, right. And so she supports you in fucking Robin. She's okay.
I don't know if she'd give me a pass if you get like those passes.
Weekend hall pass?
No, you get those those one. You get to pick one person, which is a game you can't really play when you're in Hollywood because you actually meet those people.
Who else have you been rejected by? When you were after you left Courtney, you must have hit on a lot of women.
I don't know.
So were there other rejections?
There was a really brutal one, and I don't want to say her name, but it was so bad.
Was her name Jennifer Aniston?
No. I got a number of this girl and always thought was hot, and I called her up and I left a message.
Who was it?
I'm not going to say.
Was it that singer that you're attracted to?
No, I'm not attracted to that girl. She's a knucklehead. So, and then...
This is a famous woman.
Yeah, and then she called me back. She's like, listen. And I was like, hey, it's David. I'd really like to take you out to dinner sometime. You know, blah, 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 blah. She calls me back. She's like, listen, you left a message on my ex-boyfriend's phone.
Why did she give you that number?
I got the number from someone else.
Oh.
I was being shady. I was being sneaky.
No kidding.
Sneaky enough.
So that was it. She says, oh, this guy's an idiot. He fucking left a message on my boyfriend's... Yeah.
Probably so.
Oh, I wonder who it was. Was it Sandy Bullock? No? Younger or older?
Oh, she's amazing, though. No. It doesn't matter. What does it matter?
You know, in a way, you haven't really dated enough. And, like, you got single, and now you're hooked up. Like, you should have been out on the scene a little bit. You know what I mean?
I found an incredible, beautiful girl. So I didn't, need to. And trust me, I'm good. Like, I don't need to cross anything off my list.
No? You're okay.
Yeah.
So the last time you called in, you dropped a bombshell that you were drinking again. And it was news everywhere.
I know.
People love to hear these things, don't they?
Well, they just like to kind of make me look like a knucklehead or just talk trash. I just don't understand it anymore. I'm just so over it. People talk shit about everybody all the time.
I know, that's driving you crazy.
It drives me crazy. Does it not drive you crazy?
But that's our culture. It's always
Why?
been gossip.
It doesn't have to be our culture.
You go back to the days of Hedda Hopper and all these gossip people.
Well, then, let's not cry too much when we shut down the government and the whole fucking world's crumbling and there's violence and people going crazy because, people go crazy because they've been bullied and they've been stomped on and they just have had enough and then they snap and they go out and do something drastic.
Did you stop your Twitter account after you announced that you were drinking again?
Yeah, on this show,
Because people were giving you so much shit on Twitter?
Yeah, and they were lying. There was an article recently about me. I went out to dinner with my girl and then I drop her off at home and I have to drive out to Ventura to do a movie because I'm starting at 5 in the morning.
Right.
Drive out to Ventura. They make this article about me going into a strip club after I dropped my girlfriend off.
I read that.
Yeah. Well, I went to a strip club the night before.
Go ahead.
I did.
All right.
I go to strip clubs all the time.
So
it's not like a big story.
Right.
But they made it look like I dropped my girlfriend off and then I ran off to a strip club. They obviously have the dates on the pictures that they're putting the story together.
I read that you guys were broken up, and then you went and had dinner with her, and then you went to the strip club.
It's like complete lies. No, I went to the strip club the night before.
What are you doing in strip clubs? What's going on?
I love strip clubs.
Me
I go
too,
to them all the time.
Doesn't your girlfriend kind of...
No, my girl's cool.
What are you doing?
I mean?
You getting hand jobs over there?
No, absolutely not.
Shit.
No, I really don't.
What do you do there?
Well, I do something amazing.
What do you do?
Where I buy roses.
Go ahead. Let me hear this.
And I'll get like $20 or $40.
Right.
And like 4 roses. You take the petals off, and you make it rain with dollar bills and rose petals.
Is that what you do?
That's my way of spreading a little love.
Well, really? You know what? You are about peace and love.
That's
peace
it.
and love.
That's it.
You're really so sensitive about it. You really keyed into this gossip
Well,
thing.
I actually am not listening to it anymore. And you know what? I always get in trouble when I come onto your show. I did Andy Cohen last night.
I was watching. That's where I saw
and
the
they
tattoo.
said, like, somebody called up. I was like, why do you keep going on Howard Stern? He always gets you in trouble.
I get you in trouble.
Yeah,
what did we do?
What did I do?
Well, you just ask all the questions. You know what I mean? You are the best interviewer alive right now. So
thank you.
And if you want to be honest and have fun and, play the game and be silly, then you answer the question. You have fun with it.
Please play the game and tell me what girl you called to get that answering machine, the boyfriend, because that's just the greatest story I've ever heard.
Ava Mendez.
Is it really?
Really?
Yeah. Ava Mendez.
Well, I was always a fan of her.
Hot.
She's gorgeous, and we also were, involved in the same charity.
Right. Oh,
sorry, Ava. I hope you're not upset.
No, why would she be upset? What? You were attracted to her? Join the club.
You just called her boyfriend.
Who was her ex-boyfriend?
Oh, really? I'm sorry. The ex-boyfriend is the
Who was the ex-boyfriend? That's what I want to know.
I'm not exactly sure, but he was absolutely
Ava
cool.
Mendez.
Not a
Ooh,
jerk.
man, if you had gotten into her pants.
It's fine. She's a sweet, kind person. I liked her because we're a part of the same charity, Art of Elysium, which is a really incredible
So she was
charity.
cool about it. She just said, look, I can't go out with you because you did a bonehead move.
No, she didn't even say that. I just think she thought I was a bonehead. I crawled into my dirty little cave after that.
You know who she dated? You know who you must have called? Ryan Gosling.
No,
Yeah.
it was before all that.
Before Ryan Gosling. I wonder who you called. That's what I want to know. The guy probably is yelling at him.
Oh, no.
Stop having David Arquette
He was
call.
really cool. He was very kind about it.
Oh, my God. Oh, you mean some guy picked up and you go, hey, can I speak to Ava?
No.
No, I left a message.
What'd you say on the message?
It was such a douchey message.
Hey, I just finished making out with Robin Quivers. You want to get together?
Probably.
But you know what would have been cool? If, like, on the message you said, hey, look, I want to have dinner with you, meet me, blah, blah, blah. And the ex-boyfriend shows up and goes, I'll have dinner with you.
Yeah.
That would have been very cool.
Yeah.
So you've gotten so affected by, you came out about the drinking, and then it just was like one hateful thing after another, rather than being supportive.
Well, I don't know. I mean, people can judge all they want, but I just don't understand it. It's like, I'm going to do the Today Show later, and Hoda and Kathy Lee have wine glasses on their thing at 10 o'clock. I don't drink at 10 o'clock, and these ladies, I just don't understand it.
No one's judging them.
Yeah, right.
Right.
But whatever.
How is the drinking going? Are you able to control it, or are you just completely out of control?
No, I control it. I mean, I drink. I have my wild nights once in a while, but
right.
I don't know. And that's the quote they're going to take.
What?
I have my wild nights once in a while. You know what I mean?
And then they'll try to find a picture to match it, right?
Yeah, and
right, let me get
I'm
it
a
straight.
good person, and the bottom line is I've got successful businesses. I have a production company. I'm on time. I do my work. I'm an actual, kind person that doesn't screw people over like these reporters who write these stupid articles.
Did all your AA buddies and stuff say to you, hey, you can't go back to drinking? Were they trying to beg you not to do it?
No, the cool ones were like, they don't judge. You know what I mean? And they're like, if you need anything, you got to do what works for you.
Right. And Christina didn't give you any shit about going back to drinking?
No,
wow.
Christina's cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. Usually a woman will give you tons of shit, although maybe she thinks you're more fun now.
Well, I don't want to be in a relationship where somebody's giving me shit all the time.
Then she turns into your mother.
Yeah, I'm done with,
Hey, how about your sister being on Ray Donovan?
I know.
That
amazing, right? Rosanna.
What a role.
Rosanna. One of the
Absolutely.
best scenes I've ever seen acted between her and John Boyd.
I know, incredible,
He
right?
says, you know what? I can't have sex with you. You're too old for me. And it's such a great scene for Rosanna because she's this hot chick that no one ever says that to.
Right.
And he goes, yeah. And John Boyd looks like a bus hit him, and he's like, yeah, I can't fuck you. You're too old for me, but I'll let you blow me.
But then she says, you'd have to put a gun to my head.
And then he puts a gun to her head.
That's amazing, right?
Fantastic.
I know.
What a great show. You watching that whole show?
Yeah, I love that show.
Beautiful, huh?
Incredible, yeah.
What are you working on now? You got some show you're promoting.
Yeah.
What do you got?
It's called Dream School.
Dream School.
What is this? I'm reading
It's
all
for
about
Sundance.
Dream School.
Yeah, Sundance Channel.
You could have made out with the star of Dream Dance.
Could have made out with the teacher.
Yeah.
I'm their homeroom teacher and drama teacher.
Where do I see this thing?
It's on the Sundance Channel starting on October 7th.
That's Redford's channel, Robert Redford?
I guess so,
Isn't he the Sundance guy? Puts in the Sundance Kid?
Sure.
Yeah. So your show is a regular series.
Yeah.
On the
It's
Sundance
like 6
show.
episodes. They took 15 kids who were in danger of dropping out of high school.
Go ahead.
They provide them with an amazing high school experience.
Go ahead. Yes.
In hopes to, like, inspire them to stay in school and get back on track and graduate.
Well, how does this work? Because what you're doing for them is not like real high school.
Well, I mean, it's like taking a course. I mean, it's 30 days.
I don't understand.
Yeah,
Who are
but
you in the
it's
show?
you hanging out with them and
No,
50 Cent hanging out with
there's
them.
there's three qualified teachers and a qualified dean. And then, you know, I'm the homeroom teacher. 50 Cent's the executive producer of the show, so he sort of lays down the rules for them. And then Mae Jemison, who's the first woman of color in space astronaut, she teaches them science. Oliver Stone teaches them history.
Could you drink during your class?
Cliff Dorfman, my friend.
No,
I was still sober at the time.
Oh.
Cliff Dorfman, my dear friend, teaches them storytelling and screenwriting. Susie Orman teaches them finance. Jesse Jackson teaches them debate.
I see. And this is going to be 6 episodes on the Sunday
Yeah.
show. All right, that sounds nice.
But you know, it's really actually a heartfelt, beautiful.
And what are you teaching
show.
on these kids?
I'm the homeroom teacher.
Oh, the homeroom
I'm
teacher.
just
So you're not teaching them
inspiring
jack shit. You're just getting them to behave.
Just taking attendance.
So these are kids who are like in danger of dropping out.
Yeah.
Oh, these are like troubled
Different kids. Yeah, a kid who's like, you know, fought too much. You know, a kid who...
Did you sleep with any of the students?
No,
you did
absolutely not.
You were
no.
totally sober and you're sure of it?
Absolutely,
All right.
yes, sir.
You'll take a lie detector test?
Absolutely.
All right, that's good because, you know, those rumors get started and the next thing you know, you're going to be off Twitter again. So you're not on Twitter. I can't find you on Twitter.
No.
It
There's
became
somebody faking me out there.
Oh, there is. But you became so upset with all the negativity on Twitter. I understand this.
It's just like, you know, I don't get why we're all so mean. It all's, you know, we talk about bullying, all this stuff bullying, but these reporters out there and the people who buy these rag mags are just supporting a bully like society. We're just not being kind and
What do you want to see happen? No more rag magazines? You want them gone? And where do you draw the line? Would you allow Us Magazine?
Well, you know, Life Magazine used to do something really cool. Life Magazine used to go into their home, they'd shoot them, people would talk and open up, and they'd be, you know, there'd be like this line. You know
yeah, but it was
mean?
boring. I mean, some of those...
Okay, so everyone wants to
like
talk.
the story on you I thought was fascinating, where you were at dinner with Christina, you tell her you love her, and then you run off to the strip club.
But
I like
don't
that.
you understand that they took a picture from the day before?
Right.
No, but that's not only mean, that's actually
it's
criminal.
A lie. It's a lie. It's a lie.
But I also don't sue people, so I'm not going to go out and sue this fucking asshole.
Because they're going to say, what are your damages?
Yeah, but, you know, why would they do that? They have the dates on the magazine, but, you know, it's complete lies. And I'm not like a person to like hide behind all this crap.
Right. What's going on with Courtney? You seeing her anymore? Are you guys at each other's? You still love her? You're not at each other's throats?
No, come on.
That'll happen.
No, it won't.
No, yes, it will.
Why do you think that after all?
Because it'll happen. Something's going to go down.
No, absolutely not.
Really?
Yeah, she's an incredible person. I mean,
so you're with Coco a couple of days a week.
Yeah, every 3 days.
And Courtney's with Coco a couple of days a week.
4 days a week. Yeah.
And what's her story? Is she fucking anyone?
Oh, I don't know. I mean,
I've heard things. I've heard things.
Well, it's none of his business anymore. Anyway.
Yes, it is. He has to keep tabs just for Coco's sake. Who knows who she's seeing? We should bring some degenerate home.
I mean, it's
right?
It's terrible that we can't even talk about stuff because people are such shitheads out there most of the time.
Yeah.
That they'll just
you
run
mean Benji
and
and Fred?
Absolutely not. I love those
you
guys.
like those guys.
Yeah, but they'll just run with it and write some lie, and it's just not cool. The fact of the matter is we went through a divorce, and, you know, we share custody of our kid, and we're, you know, dear friends with each other, and we treat each other with respect.
Yeah, but even friends have all chosen sides. Like Jennifer Aniston ain't hanging with you, right? I mean, she's on Courtney's
really.
side.
I mean, not. Yeah,
That's
I mean,
how it
not.
goes.
I guess it does go that way, but I have no
Absolutely.
bitterness about it. I don't.
Like if you called up Jennifer Aniston tomorrow and said, "Hey, you know what? I miss you. I want to see you," even though I'm not married to Courtney, she would say no.
No, she probably could.
You think?
She wished me happy birthday.
She did?
Yeah.
She called you and wished you happy birthday?
No, text, but it's still.
Text?
She texted me. Yeah,
She did?
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, it's all good. I don't
all
have
good.
any resentment about any of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but someone will get resentful. You'll see. Did she put a smiley face on the text?
So. You know what?
Did she put a smiley face on the text or not?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't know.
She just said happy birthday. All she said was happy birthday.
Whatever.
Did she say she missed you?
Like, no.
No. See what I'm saying? She doesn't miss you.
You're reading into everything.
That's right.
So all she said was happy birthday.
Yeah, I don't even care. I mean
how many
love
smiley
that
faces?
She did it. It was kind to her. But
how many smiley faces?
What the hell does it matter? What are you talking about?
On a happy birthday message, it's got to be a smiley face.
Weirdo.
I am a weirdo.
Why are you obsessed with that? Like,
what
with
the smiley face? Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know. She gave me a smiley face.
She did?
Yes.
Oh, she did. Okay.
That makes you happy.
All right, she gave you a smiley face.
Hey, what the hell is the smiley face?
So you admit it?
An XO. She gave me an XO.
Did she? Did she give you an XO?
What the fuck is wrong with you? Are you like a 14-year-old
yes,
child?
Did she give you XO?
I don't know what she did. She said happy birthday. That's all that matters.
How great would it have been if you had hooked up with Jennifer Aniston after being with Courtney Cox?
That would have been
then Lisa Kudrow.
Right?
I mean, oh my God, it would have been the best fucking story.
It would have been huge.
I wanted you to do that so bad. I really did. But I felt funny calling you and asking you to do it.
Thank you.
When she did the XO, was it before or after the happy birthday?
Was it before or after the happy ending?
What strip clubs are you going to? Talk to me.
Come on.
Where are you going?
Oh, man, I don't want to.
Do you get a lap dance there?
Once in a while I get a lap dance, but I don't want to go into all that because nobody deserves.
Do you pop a rod when you get the lap dance?
Once in a while.
Okay.
It's not a big deal.
Do they rub their knee into
I'm not even. I feel like I can't even be honest.
You've never gotten a hand job in a strip club?
No.
You're fucking lying.
No, I'm not.
Yes,
I'm absolutely not.
You never had a knee put in your crotch?
No. Well, knee in my crotch, yeah.
I mean, did you ever rub your cock into the knee and come? All right.
What a thumb.
Yeah. Did you come from the knee on your cock? You can rub your cock against the knee and come. Trust me, I've done it.
Only if they give me a smiley face.
Right.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You really think your girlfriend doesn't care if you go to the strip club? You are nuts.
You really think he doesn't know?
Yeah, I know. Girls, when you're dating, will say they don't mind you going to a strip club.
Well, listen, I mean, I am putting all my cards out there, so, this is who I am. If you don't like it, then,
You mean you're not going to... If Christina said to you tomorrow, David, I'm
not into ultimatums.
Listen to me for a second. Let me ask the question. If she said to you, hey, David, I'm in love with you, but it really bugs me when you go to strip clubs because I feel like, I don't know that anything's going on or anything, but I get very jealous and I can't handle it.
Oh.
What are you going to do?
I'm sorry, baby.
Really? Wow.
I would say I'm sorry.
Going to the strip club.
No, not necessarily. I mean, but I'm really not into like...
It's not an ultimatum. It's just saying, look, if I'm going to be in a relationship with you, I need you to think of me a little bit.
I do think of her all the time.
But you're not willing to give up a strip club for her.
Well, I don't know what... oh,
come
my
on.
gosh.
Let's talk about it. You want to talk? Let's get real.
That is something I enjoy doing. So,
yeah, understood.
Yeah. So,
but when she says to you, would you give that up for me because I'm having a hard time with it?
I don't know. That's something we'd have to talk about in therapy or
something.
See,
Beth played it cool with me. Like, when I met her, I would go to strip clubs and stuff. Mm-hmm. And she would even go with me sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But... then all of a sudden, I just kind of was like, you know what? I don't think she really digs it, so I stopped going.